Welcome, race fans. We're here tonight with Virtual to Reality TV and partnered with Speed Zone TV tonight. I'm Robert Warren, your host, alongside my co-host Chris Schusler. Chrissy Two Shoes in the booth. Chris, what's up, man? Say hi to the fans tonight.
Hey,
That was
what's
very
up, everybody?
That's too enthusiastic, buddy. Too enthusiastic. We're at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight, spitting some facts. Chris, tell us a little bit about this facility. How big is it? What is its size?
All righty, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and for some of you guys, you may know it as a Lowe's Motor Speedway. That was a name, I don't want to say like maybe 10, 15 years or so ago. That was due to sponsorship and all of that. It's a 1.5 mile quad oval intermediate speedway circuit in Concord, North Carolina. We have 24 degrees of banking in the turns and 5 degrees of banking on the track's front stretch and back stretch. And Robert, how many laps are we doing here tonight?
Well, we've got an interesting format tonight, Chris, and I think it's going to breed some great racing. Drivers are under qualifying right now. There's a 10-minute qual session. We're settled up with 3 heats for 18 laps. 5 will advance from each of the heats, and then we have last chance qualifier where those 15 drivers that don't finish in the top 5 are going to go into the feature in that ranking. So V2R, or Virtual to Reality TV, is put on an interesting format tonight. These drivers are racing for big cash, Chris, and $1,000 prize pool tonight. So, there's going to be some hungry hippos.
$1,000, I would say that should bring the crowd, bring all those drivers that are going to be hungry to win that dough.
Yeah, for sure. So one of the things is we got a variety of sponsors tonight. We got Apex Boss. They're an overlay software. We got Ink Monsters. They do customized T-shirt, and we've got the Mars Racing Series. They won a sponsorship tonight, so I'm actually pretty excited to see what's going on for them. So, just 1 second while we click over and take a look at our driver roster. So these are the top 30 drivers that qualified in the session, and you can see their names there. These guys sweated it out over, I think, a 6-day qualifying event where top times were then the ones that were advanced.
Yeah, I recognize some of those names. I've raced with some of these guys, and I've been beaten by all of them, of course. But yeah, some of them I've seen on track really, really quick. This should be a good event.
Yeah, it's got a widespread of talent, Chris, and I think that's one of the things that V2R is bringing to the table is an opportunity for an array of drivers with varying skill sets to come to the table and show that the stigmatism around IR or that rating is not always true. We're ranging from pro drivers here to entry-level drivers that have less than 1,000 I rating.
So you're telling me there's a chance, in other words?
I mean, if everyone wrecked out, Chris, you'd probably be a top 3 car.
It's possible, yeah. I still might even wreck that. But awesome. So that's good to hear that we do have a mix of drivers. That should make this very exciting. I'm interested to see how some of these drivers that maybe don't have some of the highest IR ratings perform. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see a big mix of the field. So that's cool.
Yeah, and really, one of the things that V2R is trying to do is put together a series of these events. So this is actually one of many. It's a pilot event, and they're looking at fostering a series that caters to the not so sweaty drivers, perhaps like. Maybe, I deem myself, Chris, as like, I get a little too sweaty, a little too far invested, not quite a pro, but I would say like I'm a pretty good high-end driver if there's not too many other high-end drivers, right? So I think that's going to be interesting as information rolls out. You're going to want to be liking this YouTube channel. You're going to want to be following them on Facebook because, Chris, what's your IR? You're what, like a 15, 1600? I forget.
Ooh, not even. I think I'm probably maybe 14, and I'm sweaty for all the wrong reasons, actually.
Sweaty from trying hard.
Right, exactly.
So I mean, this is kind of catered to people, not to marginalize you, Chris, but people within like your skill set, right? People that are
Yes.
reasonably good drivers that have an opportunity to grow and learn, and not the ones that are typically pro drivers or ones that are running high end R SOF races in RTP. So I think that's pretty interesting.
And you said these guys were doing like 6 days worth of qualifying to get here. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was a series of hosted sessions that allowed drivers to qualify and just set fast times, and those fastest times advance. So I think there was over 100 drivers registered, and I forget how many went through the payment process, but then we were whittled down to the top 30 names that are on the screen.
That is exciting then to see some of these drivers that we talked about that don't have the strongest IR rating. They are probably better than you might assume based off of their IR if they started with 100 drivers and now they're in the top 30.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there's definitely a lot of room for growth and improvement if you're running in this V2R series set. So definitely stay abreast with that information. And what these organizers are trying to do is trying to foster a community that one is has good racing, but is also supported by companies that we have tonight. Like so, Apex Boss is one of them. They produce iRacing sim software that is really good driver overlays, and they have some packages there. So you're probably going to want to check out their website and see if it's something that you're interested in. We have a prize coming up later on that will go and show. But we're just wrapping up qualifying, Chris. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going on for qualifying because that's how it's going to slot these guys into the heats here.
Yeah, well, let's get to it. I have been on Apex Boss's website, and it is very, very, very cool to see some of the overlays that they have created.
100%. So they're just gridding up. It looks like we got our first heat here. Take a look at this grid. Just 1 second as they enter pit lane. So we've just been talking away here, Chris. Keeping our eyes on the prize,
There we go. Yeah, and you said the heats are 10 laps, just to reiterate that, correct?
Yeah, 10 laps. So we're just waiting for everyone to grid up there. You can see on the pole there, we got the 50 machine of Bradley, 95 of Sora, 6 machine of Millet in third, Avila in the 63 machine in fourth, Mick Breen in fifth, Puffenbarger in sixth, Mies in the 97 machine in seventh, 41 Beam in eighth, Anderson in ninth, and the 49 machine of Salgado in 10th. So this is the first of 3 heats, Chris.
Well, exciting, exciting. These 10 laps are going to go quick, I bet.
Super quick. So here is the first heat here is, kind of been brought to us by Apex Boss. So big shout out to them. One of the things I just want to share with everyone is that they were a big sponsor of the series and just allowing people to get involved. Shout out to Zaid Green, who's the winner of a 1-year subscription valued at $248. So, these guys don't make the show, but they're still eligible for prizes. So that's a big thing to consider here. Like, you're not just, taking your chance at the big show. You're taking your chance at prizes and the big show.
Okay. Exciting stuff. And the glory. Just the glory as well.
You always need the glory.
Yeah.
Always need the glory. So this pace car, she's rolling now. Looks like the lights are off, so we should go green right away. Oh man, Chris, this is going to be exciting. These 18 laps here should go by pretty quick.
Yeah, I agree. Look at these guys putting a little heat into the tires.
You got to scuff them in. And this is a new ARCA car, so, you know, I would say that not everyone has developed a lot of expertise. So, in speaking to the IR split here, is that you have drivers of all different levels.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. These guys have only been driving this car for 3, 4 months, maybe.
Green's out. Nice clean start as we go down into turn one. Drivers are staying 2 by 2. Take a look. On board, cameras focused on that 50 machine of Bradley. Little brush into the wall from the 63. A bump from Avila on the 6 machine of Millet. And that's lap 1 in the books, Chris. The 5 advance here, so it's kind of important. Like, you don't need to win this thing, but it's definitely going to help with track position. Field is not very much spread out. Lap 2 underway, and we're all within a second.
Sora looks a little comfortable up there, just a little bit of a gap.
.95 machine, I'm not going to lie, that's one of my favorite numbers. Getting a challenge from Millet on the inside going into 1. Millet's going to be able to hold the bottom line here. Let's see if he's able to drive it off the exit. Looks like that top line, Chris, is holding a little power. Couple cars at the tail end are starting to fall off. The 41 of Beam is now a second back from that pack. Still tight racing up front, though. And
Huffenbarger really, making a little charge there at the top.
Yeah, let's take a look at that 5 machine on board with him. Definitely seems from this perspective that it is a momentum-based track here. A little bit of brake on entry, you can hear the feathering of the throttle, and then a bunch of momentum on exit center out, just picking up. .63 machine looking under the 6 of Millet, but you can see that inside line, Chris, is just not able to mount a charge. Tags the wall. 3 wide.
That's getting loose a little bit. Yeah. Oh no!
Slight contact from Bradley on Millet. As he was looking 3 wide, he backs out of it. He's able to gather it up, but that 6 machine is still.
That was a nice recovery. I thought Millet was going to lose some positions there.
Yeah, he kept that hammer down, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Bradley looking on the inside of the 63 machine, Avila. Looks like Sora is still soaring out in first place with 10 laps to go. Look at that charge on the outside.
Top 6, fairly close.
Yeah, 6/10. They're all turning a relatively similar lap time. Oh, contact there!
Oh! How unfortunate.
I'm not sure what happened there. We're gonna have to take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay.
Sora was riding fairly comfortable,
I don't know.
and then just
Did
we're gonna have to see that.
Did you call the safety crew? Because that was a hard hit.
That's a big break for some of those cars that were a second down.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna go here on Uffenbarger.
I wonder if someone tapped the wall and just got it out of sorts.
I'm always a fan of the far chase cam here, just to get perspective, right?
I like that as well.
See, Puffenbarger looks underneath, but here he's drifting up the track. Sora holds his line. Here's the contact.
Oh,
Puffenbarger makes contact on Sora. Six machine
how
of Millet
unfortunate.
goes clear.
Almost does make it through. Okay.
Sora overcorrects. Puffenbarger into him. Bradley in the back of Puffenbarger. That's going to be some heavy damage. Oh, did somebody need water?
Oh, right. Right.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Well, that changes everything.
Doesn't it? Oh, man. I don't know. Somebody go get a hot dog or some popcorn.
Boy.
That one hurt.
So on that note, while we have a little bit of a break here, do we have fast repairs on these heat races?
I believe there's one fast repair for each driver in each race.
Okay. Well, that spiced up everything.
Oh, it absolutely spiced it all up. So I'm not sure how the tire situation works here, but if you had an opportunity to take tires, I would be bolting on some rubber here.
Yeah, I would say in a situation like that, you might as well, right? Because you're going to definitely pay the price, I think, if you don't come in.
Now we're looking at our new leader, the 30 machine of McBreen. Oh, man. I'm still recovering from that accident, Chris.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
Yeah.
But there's a lot on the line, so these guys are, they're charging hard. I mean, this is just the heat, of course. But like you said, top five, track positioning is going to be everything. So these guys, it's that fine line of, driving a safe race, but, driving hard, charging hard to get that track position for the main race.
100%. I mean, it is a qualifying race. Like, I'm not, sure if Puffenbarger misjudged the push that was happening in the car, but you could see that he wasn't able to hold it on the bottom. And from us watching the previous 10 laps or so, is that outside line was just superior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like, if you're going to make a move, what it's looking like in this early part of qualifying, you're going to have to get to somebody's outside to get it done.
And it's tough too. Like, it's easier to be judgmental when we're watching it in slow motion.
I don't have a problem with it, Chris. I'm good at judging.
Well, okay. It wasn't an egregious move on Puffenbarger's part, is what I'm saying. When you watch this full speed and you see it, it was just a little, he just came up a little high, and then, everything blows up. But, yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see now what Puffenbarger can do, because it's likely he was assessed with the penalty here to start him at the end of the line. So we're taking the green here. 7 laps to go.
Oh, great start.
Great start is correct. McBreen does a great job of getting some room. Millet on the outside.
Oh, that's right. It's Millet. Millet going high.
And 3
we know
wide.
That's superior.
That's Sora down on the bottom, reframing the love here. But you can see that Sora slid up there as well.
There must have been a tire change available.
Or just he's hungry,
True.
It's easy to get frustrated and then drive aggressive. Avelia 3 wide. with Anderson and McBreen, and then Bradley on the outside. Yellow's out.
Another caution.
Not sure. There we go. I got take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay here. Pull this one up quick.
Really, it was starting to run away with that. Unfortunate we couldn't see.
Yeah, he got a good run. Sora wasn't too far behind, but that 6 machine didn't suffer any damage from that last caution. So I think you're right. I think we didn't look at the pit stops, but we're on board here with the 5 car of Puffenbarger, showing as a crash car. Let's take a look at this view here. So 41 comes down tight on the 49, and then the 5 car gets squeezed.
Unfortunate.
Puffenbarger's not having much luck here. 41 machine of Beam. Maybe the spotter didn't say call high in time before he decided to close the door on the outside. Oh man, tough break. We still got, we're on board here with McBreen. He's fallen back a few positions. It's currently sitting in 6th spot. Millet takes the lead with Sora in behind and Anderson. Anderson was out of the top 5 before and now has clawed his way up there. 3 laps to go. We're counting cautions. I don't know if there's a GWC or if we finish under caution here. I'm actually surprised, Chris. Like, these 18 laps went by fast. Unfortunate that we had a couple racing incidents. But, you said it best. We're racing for nickels and dimes and dollars. And
yeah, these guys are hungry. And it is unfortunate to have these cautions, but it is interesting to see how it just shakes up everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So for those, watching this.
So just from looking at lap times, it looks like our best lap time was a 29.1, 29.2. From what I was watching, we're going green right away here. Lights are off on the pace car. I was watching. They were turning 29.6s.
This will be a good restart here between Milliet and Sora.
Oh, 100%. Control car, that 6 machine gets away great. Little bump from Bradley on Sora. Anderson in behind with Avila in behind him. McBreen falls back a little bit, but they're gone. That was the race. So as soon as they crossed the line, it was over, Chris.
Yeah.
So we're gridding up another one already. You can see that starting grid. So we're not even able to see, unfortunately, the results here, but maybe we can try. We'll just quickly show the results and see what happens here.
Well, it was an exciting heat, but it wasn't an exciting finish to that heat, unfortunately, finishing like that.
Oh, I agree completely. So I'm showing in the finish here, this is that for whatever reason, Zora and Millet were scored at the end of that heat. We'll have to let race control deal with that, but that's what I'm showing right there. So interesting that we're showing that. So
well, we'll watch these guys grid up and see what they can do.
Yep, so we got pro driver Malik Ray there, sitting in the hot seat on pole position with DeWeese, and the outside, Matt Bussa. They're bouncing around in 4th, but we're going to switch up our sponsor for this race here. We got a different sponsor for this one. We'll roll through the driving order in just a second, but our sponsor for this heat race is Ink Monster. So Ink Monster came on board for this V2R battle, and in that battle here, some of the non-qualifiers for this event are winning 2 customized t-shirts from Ink Monster. It's going to feature their car on it, so you can see their names up on the screen: Edward Delano, Richard Durant, Jeff Engler, Mark Mayday, and Ryan Conch. Say that gently. So shout out to those guys winning T-shirts. Didn't make the show, but you know, you're walking away with something, and that's what's important here, and what we're kind of pushing at V2R is that you might not make the show, but you're going home with something.
I'd like an ink monster shirt. I'll be honest.
Okay, we'll go get one. So these drivers are settling down. We got Bussa, Althoff, Underwood, Young, Warman, Reimers, but Malik Ray doesn't get the best of starts there. DeWeese on the outside with Bussa on the bottom. 417 machine of Althoff. The second pack of cars has fallen off a bit, Chris. Let's see if they're able to
I'm looking
suck
at
up.
the times. Yeah, the pack is split right down the middle almost.
DeWeese on the bumper of Ray. Ray protects the high side. DeWeese looks low. Let's see if DeWeese is able to make a move here. And once again, you see that bottom lane fall short of maintaining a momentum in the short run. Bussa on the outside in that 62 machine of DeWeese. Exit of 4. He's going to be able to clear DeWeese. Move DeWeese into third position with Althoff in fourth and Young in fifth. Young was able to suck up to that draft a little bit.
Yeah, that was really impressive. That definitely takes some skill to be able to do that.
Yep, and it looks like he's pulled right up. So, you know, we watched in the last heat race, the car starts to develop a slight push on corner entry. And there's going to be some tire management, especially as the event progresses. Althoff looking on the inside of DeWeese down the backstretch. We haven't seen it successful yet. Let's see if he does make it successful. Little bob along the line. Bussa on the bumper of Ray. Pushing him to the heavens. Showing a crash, but no caution out. We're going to stick with our leaders here. Or 17 under DeWeese, tight out of the exit of 4, down the front stretch through the tri-oval. 13 laps to go. It's a tight battle there for third.
I think the number 5 is just edging them out there, being on the high side.
Yeah, you see the 417 get even with him in the center. Oh, slight contact there. Get even with him.
Oh,
And the six,
that's
that's
like
going
a 69.
Yeah.
Gonna take advantage of that.
Hopefully he shuts the door here and protects the high side. 28 machine on the high side of the 31. This might be where saving a little bit of tire makes a big difference. Like, I don't even want to watch the leaders right now. I want to watch this battle right here for 3rd through 6th or 7th.
Looks like we did lose a car. Someone is way off pace.
Yeah,
Underwood, number 24.
Yeah, Underwood showed for me that he had resulted in an incident, but I'm not seeing a caution, so I didn't want to jump away from her action with 11 laps to go. Tight race here.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the 62 can do as we get a little closer as these laps tick away. Looks like the 62 maybe has just backed off a little bit.
I'm showing the 51 machine of Johns is out. So top 7 are in a battle. The 28 machine has fallen off the pace a little bit. And it looks like Althoff is trying his luck on the bottom again on Young, as they're battling down going into turn 1 here. It looks like the 417 machine is going to get a pretty good run, but lose it down the backstretch. Man, that inside line is dead. Tight battles here, Chris.
Yeah, the 69 and the 417.
Look at the run off the exit in the corner.
Right.
He tagged him there a little bit, got a little squirrely. Calsonic Chevy. What the heck's Calsonic, Chris? Oh, brushing the wall.
Not from California.
No?
It's not from California. Oh, no!
He lost a lot of speed there when he brushed the wall out of the exit. And that's going to allow the 417 to clear him. He didn't want that. He didn't want all that jazz.
No, but no. The 417 can go flat out now.
Young's looking on the outside to mount a run. He's got Warman underneath him. And it's looking like Warman's going to be able to complete the pass at the 69 machine. Is not having a lot of rubber left. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top 3 here. That's Ray, Bussa, DeWeese, and Althoff. Coming out of turn 4, all within 0.3 of each other, Chris.
Now, was that Althoff hitting the wall again? Somebody. Oh, look at that.
Bussa trying to make a run on Ray. And look at that outside run. Just down the stretch. He's going to lose second spot for that. DeWeese is going to be able to get a run on the high side.
It looked like Ray was trying to defend a little bit and didn't stay on that high line as high as I should say. But you're right, Bussa paid for that.
Bussa's paying again as Althoff is looking on the outside of him going into turn 1. 4 laps to go, Chris. 31 machine, look at him. He's clawing back in the fight. Oh man, down the stretch. Bussa looking across the way. He tags the wall a little bit. Little sparks.
No.
Doesn't have seemed to affect the speed. He's going to bet a big run here. Let's see what he does with it. He's looking to the outside of Weiss. He's got to run. He's going to make a move. Looking on the outside of Ray.
Wow.
He's going to... Oh, Ray's shutting down on entry. You can see him just kind of lose momentum there. No sponsors on that 62 machine. We're going to have to watch for him as this race progresses. He's running pretty aggressive. Althoff shuts the door on the 31 machine. We just missed that as they're entering turn 3. Final lap, Chris. This one zipped right by, didn't it?
This is going to be exciting. I think there's still something.
Bussa loses some ground on the exit. I think we're going to have to watch Althoff here on Waharman. Ooh, slight contact. That's going to be our top 5. Ray, Bussa, DeWeese, Althoff, Warman, or Young, just a slight bit off the pace there. Rounding out the 6th spot, Reimers in 7th, Flynn in 8th, Underwood off the pace in 9th, and Johns DNF. Let's take a look Man, these heat races are popping off, Chris. I don't even know
They
what to
sure
say.
are. It was exciting.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. No cautions that one. That was fast.
Yeah, those guys were moving.
Time for our third heat race. These are just hammering down. You can see them gridding up and lining up already. Starting on the pole is the 70 machine of Smith. Outside pole, Miles in the 10 machine. 23 machine of Hanshu in third. Rothrock in the 7 machine in fourth. McKinney in the 76 machine fifth. Triplet in the 74 machine in sixth. Golden in the 86 machine in seventh. 14 machine of Wright in eighth. Larson, not Kyle Larson, but Nick Larson in the 2 machine in ninth. And Rajan in the 22 machine rounding out the top 10 here. Very, very interesting, field here again is that IR split between these drivers is absolutely insane. So we saw Orman, he's at that 31 machine from the last heat race is a lower split driver. He was battling with the big guns up front. So, if somebody does their homework, maybe they're using that Apex Boss software, giving them that little bit of edge. So for heat number 3, we want to give a shout out quickly to the $100 sponsorship from V2R for the highest number of drivers in the league. Congratulations to Mid-Atlantic Racing Series as we take the green here. They had 4 drivers in the series. They're going to be walking away with $100 cash for their league. Smith gets a great fire off. Pretty even going down into turn 1. He's going to want to clear and get that high side. He's able to get a good run on that 23 machine, and it looks like the 24 car is actually the 10 car of Miles.
Yeah, the 70 car is off to a good start.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he
70
is.
70 car without any sponsors.
He's just the yellow. He's just the yellow guy.
The yellow.
Take a look at the battle here between, looks like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. And, 7th. He drops off. He's dropping off a little bit there. The 86 machine at Golden. Down the front stretch. 2 by 2 for 3rd through 6th. Triplet running the wall. Looking to get a run. Look at the charge down the backstretch. Insane. Looks like Smith is just on cruise control out in the lead.
Oh. Somebody brushed the wall back there.
Tight racing for 2nd. Hanshu and Miles battling it out, but we've seen that outside line, middle to outside groove, just be dominant. Triplet working that outside. He's up to 5th position. He's made his way around Rothrock. He's going to clear him on the exit here as McKinney in the 76 car puts up a little bit of a stopper in front of him. McKinney and Triplet working that outside groove. Let's see if they're able to get a run on the outside of Hanshu in that 23 machine. McKinney gets a nose. That's going to stop Hanshu from coming up. and Miles will have P2. Look at Smith drop to the low side and start to shuffle that draft. Insane. McKinney making his way to P3, trying to take Triplett with him. Miles looking under Smith, but that might not be the move here. Tight, Kinney and Hanshu. 12 laps to go, Chris. Are we going to see a caution? What do you think?
I think these guys have it. I think they're looking good. That battle for third there is pretty exciting right now.
This is a super tight battle. I mean, compared to the other two heat races, it wasn't this tight for 7 positions. McKinney clears Hanshu and moves up on Triplett. Triplett gives him a little hello, how are you to the bumper. 11 laps to go. 10 now, Chris. Just remember.
Yeah, I just been watching the 76 here. Now the 76 just fell back a little bit, but it looked like the 76 was close to putting some moves there on the 24. It looked like the 24 was a little defensive, and the 76 was on the high side. Now that's changed up just a little bit here, but yeah, I was just kind of studying these top 4 cars here for a minute.
Yeah, you were deep in it, huh?
It was. I forgot I was commentating. I was just watching these guys here. This is good. This is a good heat.
This is some tight racing. Like, I think once we get to the big money show after the last chance qualifier, we're going to have some crazy tight racing.
I agree with you.
Kenny's still
That's
battling.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, you can almost buy a brand new car with it.
Yeah, the battle for third is still really exciting here.
Slight contact, blocking from Hanshu on Rothrock. That's going to open up the door for Triplett. There was slight contact with McKinney and Hanshu there. He lost momentum, shut the door on the bottom side rather quickly to stop the 3 wide.
Now, see, keep your eye on the 76 here. This is what I was watching a couple laps ago. I think if he can just get his nose out there and stay on a high side, I think he's gonna shut the door and get that 3rd place.
He's got it.
It's been real close. Yep, yeah, he did it.
Triplett goes low. Oh, contact!
Oh no!
Tough break there. We went 3 wide into the corner. We saw.
Oh
Lord.
No!
I mean, if I'm McKinney, I'm not happy there because he had position. I'm not sure, but we're gonna go ahead and check out our Speed Zone TV instant replay here.
These guys were all doing a really, really good job. This was an exciting heat.
Gonna just roll this at quarter speed and try to dissect it. So this is just McKinney here. He has cleared Hanshu, and then below here we'll go on Triplett. Triplett here. Oh, that's a tough call.
That is weird.
I mean, McKinney, I'll back it up just 1 second. McKinney here enters high, but you can see McKinney is chopping down. You can see the reference of the seam in the track, and he's coming down. Perhaps not knowing he's 3 wide because that 3rd car of Triplett is not going to say you're 3 wide.
So, Robert, I have to compliment you. That's a great analysis, buddy.
Well, thanks, buddy. I'm going to retire after this one.
You should, yeah. Why don't we go to the cockpit cam, if we can, of McKinney, just for one last little look.
All right, we can do that. Do you want to see how hard he hits the wall?
I just want to see through his eyes how this all kind of came together.
Eyes, you can see. Watch. He doesn't.
His eyes. That's a little too late, buddy.
he doesn't see anything.
No, no, no. Oh, McKinney. I'm sorry. Who hit McKinney? I'm sorry. That's the wrong driver.
McKinney, was it Hanshu? Here's Hanshu.
This is what I wanted to see. I just kind of wanted to say these eyes.
Yeah, so I mean,
Well, okay.
he like from my perspective, Hanshu has held his line. Triplets held his line. McKinney is not really fully aware of what's going on. We got to get back to live action. They're probably
Let's
ready
do
to
it.
take the green. We're here singing these eyes, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Karaoke's after the race is on,
Right,
Chris.
right. There's no prize for that.
5 laps to go. Lights are probably going to go off on the pace car here. Shout out to was it Mars? Yeah, let's give him.
Monster.
No,
Monster.
no, not Monster Inc. They were heat number 2. Heat number 3 is shout out to Mid Atlantic Racing Series of Mars. You know, if you were looking closely there, Chris, McKinney was rocking a Mars logo. So we'll zoom in on him.
There we go. Nice.
And you can see from the heavy damage there, he ripped off that nose cone. Those pit guys got fast work and action done to get that all repaired up because he's back in the fight. I'm not even sure how to call that. You know, if I'm race control looking up from the booth, that's a tough one to call because McKinney technically has lane, but he's not aware of it. So, you know, is that more of a racing deal than it is a fault accident?
I'm not qualified to assess that. I don't know. That was a tough one. It is. And I know that's a, yeah.
We'll leave that up to the birds, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. So the 70th Smith did a good job earlier on that on the start, I should say. So if the 70 gets a good restart here, may look pretty good.
Well, now we got different competitors up front too, right? So we're about to see this restart. We got Golden, Kyle Larson's cousin, Nick Larson, up here.
Right.
Smith gets an awesome restart. We're taking a look at the 2 machine and 86. They're able to tuck in behind Smith, but they haven't been up front all night. So they're going to have to be this. Oh
boy. Oh, no.
No caution yet.
Kind of surprised. Okay.
They're still battling. Just remember, these guys are in the big money show. They're just battling for where they're going to start on the grid. Look at this 86 machine of Golden. Wasn't in the fight. All of a sudden, 2 laps ago, he's in the fight. He's in P2.
Oh no, the 76 again.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the race is over, but a little bit of frustration from McKinney. They crossed the line there. You can see our top 5: Smith, Golden, Hanshu, Triplet, Rothrock. McKinney there, you saw him slide in through the grass. And, you know, that's just frustration. He was involved in an accident that was just really not in his control. Nick Larson, P7, Wright, P8, Miles, 10th, and Rajan, 10th.
Well, it was unfortunate to have that caution, but it was still exciting. Another exciting heat. So all 3 of them have been really good.
They've been spicy, haven't they?
They have been, and you know, like you said, this isn't the race. This is just the heat. So you know, these guys may be a little more aggressive. Perhaps they're trying to get position, and so we'll see with this race if it's dialed down a little bit. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know, but it's going to be an exciting one.
So this one here is now we're in the last chance qualifier. So these guys are battling it out for where they're going to grid up in the main race. So we got 28 laps. You know, I think one thing you have to consider, Chris, is like, it's kind of like, I guess, the tale of 2 stories here. Is more laps good or is less laps good? Are you going to be fatigued with more laps or are you going to be fresh with less laps? I'm saying? So
Okay. Yes.
you got 18 laps for those heats. Now these drivers have all competed in those. They've all finished them. Now we got 28 laps for your last chance qualifier.
Okay.
So these guys are rolling already. We saw Young. He had a good run. Puffenbarger, McKinney, Mees, Larson, Reimer, Beam, Flynn, Wright, Millett, Miles, Underwood, John, Sora. Sora was a beast in that first heat.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these guys did really, really well. We just had some fortunate cautions. Or they had unfortunate cautions. But yeah, well, I'm excited to see what these guys can do.
Yeah, me too, actually. You know, just shout out to our sponsors again, Chris, helping V2R put on this show tonight. Big prize pool, $1,000 on the line, paid out to the top 3 drivers. You know, we got Apex Boss coming on. Great driving overlays. Help you get better. If you need to get better, I definitely need to get better. I should probably check them out.
Yeah, I've been to their site. I've seen what they can do. It is awesome, and I do need to get better. So I should probably I should buy something.
Ink Monster is another one here. They gave away some free T-shirts for drivers not making the show, just like Apex Boss. They gave away a $248 subscription, an annual subscription to their premium software, helping drivers drive. And yeah. You and me both, Chris.
Yeah, and if you're not good, you can at least look good. So that's why I'm thinking about picking up a T-shirt as well. So I'm going to do both. I need to hit these sponsors.
Maybe there's a discount code. I don't know. Check it out in the chat. I don't
right.
know.
I need something. I need to look good. So eventually I'll get good. Yeah, all of it.
Oh man. So just a little bit of a delayed start there. It looks like we had an additional pace lap added there. So hopefully the ticker catches up. But we are counting caution laps. So that's kind of one thing to be mindful of is that, you know, the more carnage, the less racing time there is. So as we get to the big show, the longer it stays green, the really that the drivers are going to have a chance to separate themselves, consider pit strategy, and, you know, kind of seed their way to the legacy of this first V2R oval header. That's really going to be a series of a bunch in future.
Very well put.
This is, I think, I hope we see the same level of racing that we saw over the last couple here.
Yeah, this is really exciting to see, to just watch those heat races and now to see some of these drivers in this race.
It's out. Puffenbarger fires like a beast. 2 car links with McKinney in tow. They're going to clear the outside row right into turn 1. 97 machine and Mees on the outside in behind Young. He's going to look low on Young down the backstretch. The action that we're going to want to look here is just a little bit further back. First lap clean. Now what we're going to see here, Chris, is the opportunity for greater tire degradation. I think, you know, that one caution that we saw with, it was in the first one. Was that Puffenbarger?
You know, I don't know. We had 2 cautions, didn't we, perhaps, in the first one?
Yeah, but it was when Puffenbarger that got the push and slid up on Sora?
I think so, yeah.
You got Sora. Let's take a look at Sora here. Take a look at little racing seat as he works this outside lane.
Uh-oh, little bump.
Got to work the outside line to make it happen here, Chris. Look at him. He's not taking no for an answer.
So with 25 laps to go, is there any tire saving, or is this tire management, or is it charge hard? What can you tell me? What do you think?
I mean, from seeing what we've seen so far, I feel like a slight tire management is going to be super important. So you're not going to want to overdrive the entry because you can hear Sora's car is roaring, but on entry, he's off throttle and on the brakes here. You can listen to it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Then you can hear him pick up the throttle. But, you know, he's working that outside. He's 3 wide down the backstretch. He's making it happen, Chris.
Yeah, he's up 7, looking good. Something about that 95, huh?
Yeah, it's just got it's like a magic potion number.
Yeah.
Oh, contact!
Oh, no.
Sora in the wall.
Oh, no.
Caution is out.
Sora was bounced around, but
I think
was
that
able to hang on to that.
I think
Someone
that might have been contact from Sora there. I'm gonna use our lovely far chase cam from our Speed Zone TV instant replay. So here's Sora coming out of the corner with a big run. That's the 2 machine of Nick Larson, Kyle Larson's cousin, and the 69 machine of James Young. So let's click slow, homie. So here goes Sora looking 3 wide, and he actually makes contact with 69 on the right rear. Then contact
was that was odd though. The whole.
Oh, wrong 24.
I mean, you had the 2 coming down before Sora even got to it.
Yeah, but
almost like it got in like 95's mind, almost like, oh, something's happening, and then you know what I mean. Watch this again here. Driving, racing here. It looks like the 2 is very sharp to come down.
Yeah, but you're actually right, Chris.
And then the 24, like looked like 95 there. Sora slowed down just a touch, and the 24 nudged. Do it one more time. Let's watch this again.
One more time for the viewers at home. Our speed.
One more time.
Yeah,
so watch this here.
I'm gonna agree with
watch
you,
the 24. I think 95 sees what's going on, taps the brakes a little bit, 24 tags, and then just gets Sora loose, able to recover.
Yeah, but heavy damage.
And did we lose anyone from that?
I can't. I'm not sure who. Is it the 10 machine? They're shuffling around here. Yeah, let's back it up. I thought we would lose more, but there's people entering the pits because there's been significant damage, right? I don't think we lost anyone. I think this is the result of the caution. Is you're seeing this contact. You see the 24's bumper fly off. And remember that we're 15 cars in here, so there's about 8 cars on the track.
I'm looking at this here. I think it was.
Whoa! There it is.
That'll do it.
I think
it was the 69, and I think it was the number 2. I think they actually that caused it, and Sora.
Ready for this?
Sora was able to sort of try and get at. Yeah, that'll do it for sure.
That'll do it.
Sora reacted to that and then got hit, and then that brought out more.
Yeah.
Carnage, as you like to say.
A lot of carnage. Tough break. I put that on Sora, and you're absolutely right. That 2 machine, chopped that dog leg, door slammed the 69, and it's looking like that might be a tough break for him. Lights are off on the pace car, Chris. We're one more lap, so we're back under crazy green action. This one was flying by.
Let's do it. You know what? They still have a lot of racing. 20 laps here. Some of them probably have new tires. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I thought it was that initial contact.
I'm showing 2 cars in the pit. Looking at your screen here.
Yeah, that's Young and Beam. So, Young was the 69 machine, and Beam was the 41 car that had that hard contact. Reason why they might be in the pits here is that they likely had to tow, and they had too much damage to limp her back to the pits, right? So what's it take, 3 minutes to tow?
Yeah, it's not a good scenario. If you're towing, you're out of luck.
You're out. You're out of the show.
Yeah.
But that's okay. These 30
You're
drivers
not
make it in.
you're not out of the money show.
No, you're still in the money. Lights are off, Chris. It's time to get down to business. Our new leader is the 65 machine of Flynn. Gets a great start. Got somebody coming out of the pits. That looks like the 41 machine. With Young in behind. Digger cam, here it goes. Listen to him rip. Back under green action here.
We have Miles in the lead.
Getting around Flynn. And Millet making the move on that 65 machine next. Oh, hard contact in the wall. I don't know how aero dependent, but Sora just sent it on the bottom and stuck the bottom.
Now, I believe we saw, what, Millet in the first heat? Is that right? We saw some hard charging from Millet.
Oh, contact, slight contact from Sora on the 28 machine of Reimers. Sora's got McKinney in behind him here. It's obviously advantageous, Chris, to start further up in the field than a 30 car field. So they're going to want to make as much work as they can. I kind of feel Sora clears high, stops to run.
Yeah, Sora's already back up to fourth.
You gotta watch
I feel like I could go to bed after these heat races.
What do you mean?
This has been so exciting. This has been so exciting. I mean, like this has been great racing.
It actually has.
There's even more great racing after this.
Yes, Chris. There's even more. Looks like Millet's putting a little bit of pressure on Miles here for the lead. Let's take a look. One of the things
that I 15 laps.
One of the things I noticed, Chris, is that Millet's got a run on Miles on the outside. You can't leave that opportunity open in the dogleg. But as we're going through the corners, Chris, it's almost like I'm tripping out a little bit, right? Like you get the lights glimmering over the cars, and you're like, "What's going on?"
You need to open up a window, buddy.
There's so much racing left. What do I do with my hands?
You're getting sweaty just watching.
Yeah, but a little bit further back, it looks like Puffenbarger's trying to get up into the battle. Sitting 9th right now, but nowhere to go. He's trapped in behind Reimers in that 28 machine. This is our battle a little bit further back. 7th and 8th. 28 machine is protecting the high side. Looks like Sora's getting ready to make a move for 3rd here. Let's switch it over. Oh!
Oh no! No!
Oh no! Yellow's out. Quick caution!
Oh man!
Sora, you did not need that, brother. It looks like Sora just pitted and towed.
That's almost what they call the broadcaster's curse. Almost.
I don't know.
Not exactly, but almost. I'll tell you what.
Do you got a cauldron in your room right now? Like.
Yeah. I wish I could predict who was going to win this race.
So we'll take a look at what happened.
Right when we went to Sora,
Well, it looks like they were getting tight to battle for that lead. And I was like, yeah, it's time to jump there. But Sora was getting ready to pass for third. So let's take a look at what happens here. Looks like the 65 gets a heck of a run off the exit. Oh, Lord. Bump from the 65 machine. You can't bump in the right rear. That's the 65 of Flynn. And
That's a bummer.
That's an unfortunate contact there, but tough break for Sora. He towed, but right here, this contact hard into the inside wall. I'm not seeing engine smoke, but definitely frustration there because you're going down the front straightaway. You're not expecting somebody to tap your right rear bumper, and you're not, I don't care how good you are, Chris. You're not gathering it up from that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And Sora already used a fast repair.
Yeah, I believe from that earlier contact, because these cars are going to be very aero dependent here, so any slight damage is going to hurt your straightaway speed.
So yeah, unfortunate for Sora between the no fast repair and the tow and the fix the car time is probably done.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we have Millet in the lead, and Millet has shown
what's he doing
some
down
strength.
there? Going in the pits? Can't pass the pace car going in the pits, Millet. Don't do it, brother. You're too beautiful.
That's a weird move. Even why? Maybe there's something we're not seeing. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to keep race comms off, so we're just kind of.
What?
He's burning it down in the pits.
Okay.
Yeah. We know we have. Oh, look at that, bolting on the rubbers.
I mean, I assumed that's what the plan was, but that's kind of a bold move with only 9 laps to go, probably 8 to go at the start.
Well, I think what a driver could learn here is you're now seeing that these drivers, looking at, let's go and pull this up, is that nobody is pitted. The 28 machine has pitted. That's what I'm showing. But everyone else has pitted on lap 7. Actually, the 28 machine hasn't pitted. What am I talking about? It's lying, Chris. It's lying.
So, when you're in the lead, though, you think that's advantageous to go take tires and go to the back?
Well, I don't necessarily think it's advantageous to cycle yourself to the back, but what Millet can learn here is that there's an 18 lap difference of tires. What type of advantage can you gain from running 18 lap fresher tires? Are you able to pass on the inside now? Are you able to, make easier moves on the outside? Like, the tires are going to be an advantage. Is he going to come up here and win in 8 laps? Probably not. Like, that's going to be hard-pressed.
Millet was not Millet in the lead?
That was Millet in the lead.
Yeah, that's what I said. Millet was in the lead. That's why it was a strange move. But maybe there's something we're not seeing. I don't know. Maybe the ticker's a little funky. Millet is still in the pit? Can't be.
We'll click to him.
We'll just watch on track.
Oh, he is in the pit. I thought he was
There's something we missed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, definitely he would have got a penalty for passing the pace car. Oh! Big wreck!
Interesting.
Big wreck there. Not sure what happened, but it's looking like the race went official. Checkered flag is out here. Let's take a look at the Speed Zone TV instant replay as they're coming out of the corner. So this is the battle. Oh, it switched over to the warm-up race, so we're not going to be able to go backwards in time. There's a 5-minute warm-up, Chris. You know, what I think I'm going to let it do is I'm going to just allow the scenic cam to roll here for a second.
I like that plan.
I don't know who we have on the track.
Do we have a grid yet?
No. Yes? No. Maybe. Let's take a look if I hit this button here. Got a 5-minute warm up. You know, what I encourage is everyone at home, if you're watching right now, go get a drink. We're gonna lock it down for some crazy action. You know, we're battling it out for 55 laps here, Chris. You know, we saw 3 crazy heat races, one crazy last chance qualifier. And
no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting. I mean, just these heat races have been exciting. I feel like we already know these drivers just by seeing their style and how hard they charge. And yeah, it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Oh, carnage on the racetrack already. So this don't mean too much. They're just, these guys are warming up their tires. I don't have access to a grid just yet. I gotta wait till it switches over. But you know, just giving shout out to Apex Boss for coming on board for this race. Zane Green winning a 1-year subscription to their driving software valued at $248. Big prize for somebody who's not making the show. Like, these guys pay $25 to enter. They grind it out in qualifying. And you know what? You don't make the show, you're walking away with the $250 piece of software that's going to make you a better driver. You know what we say to that, Chris?
I say that's a great deal. That's what
we say, hell yeah, brother. That's a great deal. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
The Heat 2 prize here was from Ink Monster. They came on board. These drivers are getting 2 customized T-shirts. So it's going to be of their iRacing car. Chris, you said you want one. Go hit them up. I'm sure they'll draw a participation car for you.
Yeah, I need that. And it's not going to be the Catmobile either.
No? I love the Catmobile, though. Come on.
I know you do.
Come on. Heat number 3, that sponsorship was from Virtual to Reality TV. They were giving away $100 to the highest number of drivers from a league, and congrats to Mid-Atlantic Racing League. They have 4 drivers in the series, so you know, one thing is to encourage league participation. You know, you want to race with your buddies, you want to foster that community environment, and you want to get better together as a group. That's one way to do it, is bring in your league cronies and then fill it up. You get a race with 10 league cronies in here. You know, you guys are walking away with some dang good prizes.
I have a couple of cronies of my own.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you want to say about them? What's your favorite thing about your cronies, Chris?
I don't know. It's a mixed group, I'll say.
Yeah, just 1 minute left here in this session. So, you know, we've battled it out. Like I said, 3 heat races, 1 last chance qualifier that's going to sort up the grid tonight. And we're going to be rolling into a 55-lap main event put on by Virtual to Reality TV. This is one of many of these to come. So make sure that you're following and liking the stream, liking the channel on YouTube. Go hit up Facebook for Virtual to Reality TV. Make sure you're following them on Facebook. You're going to want to get in on the action. They're targeting the demographic of iRacers that are the population. So if you're in a range of 1,500 IR to 3K, this is the place you want to be. This is where the, you know, Virtual to Reality is going to put the effort and spark up the community's interest to put on big money shows. This is $1,000 race being paid out to the top 3 drivers. It's only going to get bigger from here. So you're going to want to learn what the heck is going on and be a part of it.
Yeah, that sounds super exciting. I'm gonna have to maybe give one of these a try.
I've already put in a request to deny you, Chris. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay, okay. Seeing
Sorry.
these guys tonight though just shows how like these guys they're here to bring it. These guys do have some experience, some skill here, and I'll let you get at it here with this grid.
Yeah, so quickly looking at our grid is we got Bradley on the pole in his 50 machine. He had a great run. Ray on the outside pole in the 27 machine. Smith in the 70 machine. And P3 Anderson in the 25 car in fourth. Bussa in the 62 machine had a great run in fifth. Golden 86 machine. Saw caution come out and allow him to get a great run. Avilia in the 7th position in the 63 machine. DeWeese 15 machine in 8th. Hanshu in the 23 machine in 9th. McBreen in the 30 machine in 10th. Althoff in the 417 and 11th. Triplet 74 and 12th. Salgado 49 machine 13th. Warman in the 31 machine in 14th. We'll cycle through the last bit here. Starting 15th is Rothrock in the 7 machine. Miles in the 10 machine in 16th. McKinney in the 76 machine. We're starting to roll. I got to click over in a second.
And Robert, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, buddy. Let's just hop offline here for just 1 second.
All right, 1 second. We'll be right back, folks. All right, race fans, we just got word from Race Control that there is a flaw with this session. So we're going to have to take a short break and we'll come back to bring the main race over. So this session's going to close. We're going to need a couple minutes to boot back up. So what I'm hoping to do here is just for Chris and I to take a little bit of a breather, and then we'll get right back to it with that new session. Chris, does that sound copacetic to you?
You know what? I'm loving that we're doing this now because I don't want to miss any part of this race. So yes, let's get it squared away. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, what can I do here? What I'm going to do, I'm going to throw this up because you're not going to want to see my screens for a minute. So just bear with me. You guys are going to see a stale screen here for a few minutes till we hop over to the next session. Just a reminder to everyone here is that we're just we're rolling this instant replay screen as we wait for the next race server to open up. One of the cool things here is that at V2R, we've got 30 drivers registered for the Virtual to Reality TV race tonight. Big money on the line. These guys want to get it right. So to get it right, they're firing off a new race server. We're trying to fill in the space with some love from Speed Zone TV. I'm your host alongside my friend, Chrissy Two Shoes. Chris doesn't know why he has that name, and I don't know why either.
Like a cart.
So, Chris, I unmuted you there. Why do you have that name?
Well, you called me that. You called me that current, I should say, because I have only 2 pedals on the rig. I took off the clutch pedal, so I drive like I'm in a cart. So I told you that at some point of our friendship slash career racing, and you said, "Oh, okay." And then a couple days later, you were announcing some race I was in, and that materialized. Chrissy Two Shoes.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, you're telling me this, and I'm not sure how I connected that to be, but here we are. Oh man, that's crazy.
Well, then I don't know where you came up with it, but okay, here, just trying to get us connected here to our new session.
Yeah, I'm not showing it just ready just yet.
So yeah, so we're on a break here for a second, unfortunately, folks. Looks like they're just working on it, but yeah. So let's see here. What can we chat about? So we got these 30 drivers. I recognize a couple of the names. I've done a couple like charity races and stuff like that, and so I do recognize some of the names. I don't know, Robert, if you recognize some of the names from different things that you've done. But yeah, I do. Some of these guys are here to bring it.
They're here to break hearts, is what they're doing. There's a mix of drivers that are here to absolutely just break some hearts.
Yeah, and you know what? You mentioned earlier when we were just getting things started that there was a driver that didn't have the highest IR rating to some of these other guys in the field, and I wish we could remember who that was because I'd really like to keep an eye on them throughout this race and just kind of see how they're doing. Well, and I guess
we've seen a couple good runs from drivers. This 49 machine of Salgado was one of them. He's one of the lower IR guys.
Okay.
Another one that we saw a good run from. 25 machine of Anderson. He had a good run. I believe he was in the second heat. Colin Flynn, the 65 machine, had a good run. He led a bunch of laps. Wasn't able to get it done. The 86 machine of Chris Golden. He was the victor of a late race caution and then ended up finishing second in the heat. Yeah, those. And, the 28 machine of Reamers also had a good run. So, I mean, a good half of the field is representing the demographic of what Virtual to Reality TV wants to bring to the community.
Okay, so on that, then there's a couple like pro guys, though, right? Or some guys that you said have very high I rating, right?
Well, you saw
some of those guys.
Malik Ray is one of them. He's number 1 on the grid there. He's actual pro driver. He does a lot of fixed racing. Very well known in the iRacing community. Aaron Smith is no slouch. I've raced against Malik and Aaron Smith. I don't recall Jacob Bradley's name, but he is also a very high IR guy. Avilia, the 63 car, we saw him have a great run. He's almost a 7K IR, so
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and all those guys are up in the mid to high 6Ks. Where you're going to see the difference of talent is that if the lower IR cars or drivers haven't done tire runs, they're not going to be able to manage that the wear on the tire is the same.
Yeah, and that's always been like a headache for me too. I mean, I would say I'm a fairly safe driver. I don't have the highest IR, but when you and I have done races, I have to rely a lot on like your strategies and stuff because yeah, I'm not the best at, let's say, managing tires or know, how many, pit cycles I might have to make to, complete and all that. So yeah, what you just said makes a lot of sense as far as some of these guys that have a lot of experience versus some of these guys that are newer to the game.
Two other drivers I'll point out. Let me just look at the names and make sure I'm not crazy. Matt Bussa, he's an 8K driver. That was that 62 machine that was pushing Malik Ray around.
Yeah, the green car.
Yeah, the green car. Caleb McKinney, I believe he had a significant run for RTP last year. He was running Road to Pro, and he did make round 2. I don't know how he lucked out in round 2, but if he's not a pro now, good chance that he didn't make it through. We'll give a shout out to the 15 machine, if you remember him, is Braxton DeWeese. We actually talked about him. He's actually one of the lower IR guys. Like he's kind of like, oh my bad, he's 5200. What am I saying? He actually had a heck of a run, but he's up there as well. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a heck of an interesting race. You're going to have a crazy battle in the top 10, I think, for the entire time here.
I was in a charity race that I ran. It's been a couple months ago, but I finished, believe it or not, in the top 3. I took third on the podium, and Malik Ray was actually the winner of that race. So I did get a chance to chat with him, and he's a really nice guy.
Well, that's good. I've never spoke with him. I'm sure he's cool, though.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, well, we're still waiting for this to kick off. Let's see if we got anything progressing in the sessions here. I don't think we do, Chris.
I don't see anything just yet.
Download this here. So just bringing it up on the screen now, just so we can talk about it for a second, is just click up here. Just resizing it live, because that's how we like to get stuff done. Do it live.
Yeah, it gives them something to look at while we're waiting.
Yeah, we're not faking it, it's real.
No.
It makes it a little bit harder to read, but Chris, I'm gonna step away for a second. Maybe you can just talk about the format of the race a little bit, what we went through.
Well, let's see here. Race day format. Okay, it's a little harder to read on my screen here, but I will do my best.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna make it easy for you in 1 second.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Chris E2 shoes. Find you, buddy.
Oh, I was gonna say, can you just blow up the graphic a little bit so as I'm covering it, the fans can read it as well?
You know what? Maybe that's the easiest approach.
Yeah. This is also a tutorial in OBS.
Right? So this is how's that for readability for you?
I'd say that's good. Scroll up a bit here. Okay, well, I hate to just read out loud what people can read themselves, but I'll do it because we're waiting anyway. So while you go investigate what's going on here. So yeah, again, sorry folks, this is a bit of a break that we didn't want to have. But all right, so here we go. So the race day format. And I don't know if this is the way we're going to cover all of these races, but I'm going to just assume that this is the way that they're going to try and do them today and from now on. So we have the session opens 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 Eastern. That's when the practice lobby opens. And then we're going to start the broadcast at 5 o'clock PST and 8 EST. Qualifying will consist of 10-minute, 2-lap lone qualifiers, and it will set the grid for the heat race. Races, here we go. The heats. 3 heats. Each one of them will be 10 minutes each and 10 cars per heat. The top 5 from each heat, they advance to the feature race. The remaining drivers move to the last chance qualifier. That was that last race we saw with, I can't remember how many cars we had in it, but that was our last race we had, which was roughly 20 laps or so, 25. The last chance qualifier, it's a 15-minute shootout. The top 10 finishers move to the feature race. And here we go now for the feature race. This is what we are waiting to see. The feature race, it's 25 drivers total. 35-minute sprint race. All 25 drivers are in the money. So that means anyone in this feature race here can get that $1,000. Race control and broadcast. Race control, it's powered by Speed Zone TV tonight. That's Robert Warrens and myself, Chris Schusler. Broadcast is professionally streamed by Speed Zone TV. Hopefully, all you guys will agree that so far we've been professional. I know this little break here is we're losing some credibility, and then we have a full production with commentary, overlays, and driver intros. So we're going to bring you that soon. When we get the session going, we'll give you all the driver intros, etc., etc. Hopefully, you guys have been pleased so far with what we've brought you. I know we've seen some good racing. At least I think the racing has been good in those 3 heats. The last chance qualifier, I keep saying lone. The last chance qualifier race was exciting. We've seen some good hard racing, which has been nice. There's been a couple cautions. Nothing that I've seen that's been too egregious. We've seen a little banging around, a couple cars hitting the walls, maybe. Seen a couple cars getting loose, a little push here and there that have brought out some cautions. But all in all, I would say it's been just some good racing. These drivers in these heat races, there's not a lot to lose, I should say. I mean, you're going to make it to the race. So these guys they're pushing hard. It's kind of a fine line between pushing hard to try and get yourself lined up for a good spot on the grid. But, so you can charge a little harder than you maybe would in the race. But if you crash out, let's say, you're still making it to the race. So these guys are maybe pushing a little bit harder than they might in the main feature. So we'll just have to see. And what's been nice for myself, nice for Robert, and for the viewers is I feel with doing the format this way, with watching those heats and the last chance qualifier as well, as I feel like we've already gotten to know these drivers a little bit. We've gotten to see, we got to sort of associate name with car, which has been nice. And then it's been nice to sort of see their driving style as well, to sort of see what is going on, who's pushing harder than others, and it's been exciting stuff. So we'll just hopefully get things going real quick for you guys. I know it's been an extended break now at this moment. A lot of times it takes a little bit of effort to try and rebuild the race, and I'm not sure why we had to kind of cut away from what we were doing, but they're going to rebuild it, and there's a lot of money on the line, of course, so we want to get everyone situated and don't want to compromise anything that we set up earlier in this previous session. So they're going to build it right, and then we'll get going here shortly, and everyone will have a good time, and we'll have no issues. So if you're on the East Coast, hang out. I think it should be a good race. I know it's going to get late for you guys, but I think we're going to bring you a good show.
You got an official word on what the heck's happening, Chris? Because I went and I'm not gonna lie, I'm eating a cheese bun right now.
Well, that's going to give you some stamina for the race, so that's a good thing. Let me check in with these guys again and see where we're at. I'm glad I gave you some time to. I could take up some airtime to give you that cheese bun.
He's bond.
nourishment.
He's bond.
So let's see here. Send a note off, wait for a reply, see where we're at. Well, hopefully these drivers can get a cheese bun in, use a restroom. I mean, I guess that's kind of a nice thing, right?
I guess.
We're coming up on what, 10 o'clock Eastern, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Probably would have been halfway down the race.
I'm getting some updates. I'm not sure we're anywhere any farther, honestly. So we're gonna just chill. I'm trying to think of some music we could play.
Can we play
I don't
music?
know, boy, we're gonna lose them here quickly. I don't know.
Like,
I think
feel
there's.
like YouTube would like kill us.
I don't know. I think there's a bot or something you can install in Discord that'll let you play music. I don't know. I'm not. It's not my thing exactly. So let's see here. Did you watch the Indy 500? We could talk about that.
I sure didn't.
You sure didn't. Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I recorded it. I didn't watch it. I did watch some Formula One racing, and that was I would say average. They were in Monaco this weekend, so it's not the best track. Was there any NASCAR racing this weekend?
I didn't watch it.
Well, all right. Okay.
You know what? I think I might look to rerun a stream, but before we do that, I need to just create a little bit of a graphic.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's is it too late because the sessions are over? There's no like little highlights or anything from those previous.
Yeah, they're all gone. Like I didn't even get a chance, and I should have. I should have saved. Because we could have just reran the heats, but unfortunately I was not recording anything, so we could rerun the stream if it was saved, but we're live, so we can't rerun anything. If you want, Chris, just go ahead and step away for a minute, and I'll just hang out. It's fine if you need to.
I'm good. I'm good. This is good practice for us to create fodder while we're waiting. I don't have any cheese buns at the house, so
probably drive out and get one.
At this rate, possibly.
All right, looks like the session is getting ready to start now.
Oh, nice, exciting.
So I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to be patient for a minute.
Okay.
That's cool. How many views?
I'll look it up. Let's see here. I guess in the meantime, I can like what we're doing, right?
Nah.
We have 58 people watching us. Thank you, guys.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
5 watchers? That's crazy.
It was probably 100 10 minutes ago.
That's crazy.
And now they're falling off like flies.
Well, maybe we could be like, hey, we're live again. Come back, come back. We got free chicken nuggies. In Canada.
Hey, we got a couple more, so they are coming back. Keep it up. Keep it up. We got 61, so
chicken
hang in there,
nuggies.
Guys. Oh, I'm getting notification. Lobby is up. All right. It may be official now, so hang in there, guys. Just give us a couple minutes here.
Yeah, we're going to have
to just pick that session back up.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for all the drivers to do, right?
Well, true. At least we'll be able to show the track, hopefully, and show a couple guys maybe, I don't know, warming up.
I don't know why I run away. Name that song, Chris. Go ahead.
You're going to have to do better than that, buddy.
That's hurtful. I tried my best.
I still can't get to these eyes. I keep thinking of Superbad.
That's crazy. Ew. The session is on T. These guys are hungry too. I can't imagine. It's kind of like having a rain delay.
I guess so. Right. This is where you and I need to we need to be at our best, and unfortunately we're at our worst right now.
I wouldn't say I'm at my worst.
Well,
Like,
okay.
Why are we at our worst? What's wrong with you?
I wanted to see if there's any comments or any chat I could try and chime in on here. Let's see here. Anyone want to drop any comments in the live chat? I can try and address those maybe. Anyone?
I need to start setting that up too, and I think that's one of our opportunities in future is just addressing that live audience. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. A lot of people giving shout outs. Let's see here if I can. I'll read a couple shout outs. So,
these YouTube's not going to cancel us for singing, right?
That's true. I think you get 15 seconds before they
yeah, but you can't. Like, it's our own version.
That's true. That's true. So we got some shout outs here. We got Ethan, Brady, and Zach. They're getting shout outs. This is practice, right? We're doing here?
Yeah, so we're back in a live session. We're just waiting for everything to fire off again. We need to get all 30 drivers back in here.
Okay.
So I mean, you can go ahead and read the chat. I'm just going to check my phone for a second.
I'm going to read some more shout outs here. So, the Ink Monster crew sending some shout outs to everybody. That's cool. Team Mars getting some shout outs, which is nice. The Pottles, they're wishing everyone good luck. That's Chantel Pottle.
Throttle Pottle.
Let's see. Yes. Matt Bussy getting some credits, some shout outs from Freddie Toth. Let's go Mars. We have Millet and Puffenbarger in this heat. That's from Corey Kroll. I know Corey. Let's see here. Zane, I was bummed to see you didn't make it in. Well, that is a bummer. Let's see here. Zach Althoff. Let's go Zach. That's from Ian McGregor. Nice. This is another one from Corey Kroll here. Millet and Sora got blacked at the end of that and got placed as P10 and P9. Yeah, we were sort of wondering what was going on there. And then, yeah, the audience as well, kind of trying to figure out what was going on. Sorry, guys, we didn't understand that as well. We saw Millet was in the lead and then going for tires and then didn't finish. So that was a weird one. Let's see. Braxton Deweese getting a shout out from Chris Deweese. Johnny Avila getting a shout out from Kimberly and Doc.
Oh, that's his wife.
Nice.
She's like,
okay,
baby, you better win or don't get off the PC.
Right. Start practicing for the next one.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Okay, everyone's liking what they're seeing so far. Good racing right there. Can't wait for the feature. Okay, we are looking forward to that as well. And we hope we bring it to you guys in good fashion. Great race, Zach from Ian McGregor. Yes, good job, Zach. And then we got another one from Ian here. Let's go Ethan Hanshu and Brady Wright. Ian McGregor digging this racing so far. Great race, guys. Another shout out to Brady from Ian McGregor. Corey Kroll shouting out Sora and Millet. I keep saying Millet. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I mean, if you're
Millet.
French.
Well, I'm not, though, but I can fake it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're finished P1 and P2 in the first heat.
Man,
Joshua
Chris,
Neal.
this is horrible, but I'm gonna just roll with it. How long you been with
What
Becky? How long you been with Becky Two Shoes for?
23 years.
Shit, she's been faking it the whole time, brother.
Yeah, yeah, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate it.
Oh man, you're gonna have to play that back for her.
Yeah, I will. I will. That'll be a highlight.
Right? Jesus.
Okay, let's see here. Where was I at? I know this is so boring, guys, but we're trying to fill up. So if you took the time to write it, I'm gonna take the time to read it. Let's see here. So Joshua Neal shouting out Puff and Caleb.
Puff Daddy.
And then Puff Daddy. And
Puff
then I don't know
Barger?
who this is. Yes, and then someone else in Puff We Trust and Puff and Barger. Joshua Neal saying he won the first heat. Yes, I guess so. It's hard for me to remember, but we'll go with that.
Well, that was
Corey
weird
Crowell.
because when we were rolling through that first heat, you remember the caution? Like those two first drivers were put to the back of the field.
Was it the first heat that happened? I thought it was another one, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not
People
even
are
sure.
just as confused as us. But, Corey Crowell, I believe, since him and Sora were P1 and P2 in heats, and there was a mess up on iRacing with the caution at end, scored both Millet and Sora a lap down, so new session for feature. Okay. Some more people confused. The hell just happened? I'm not sure either. Here we go. Jessica W531. Go Eric Warman, number 31. Okay, well, good luck to you, Eric. Corey Crowell, there will be a new session. Here, this is from Eric Warman. Now he's typing. He's a racer, but he's typing. They're making a new session. Got it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up here from Andrew Salgado. So we got the drivers now on here.
We got to
Corey
think,
Crowell.
like, we've got a pretty big viewership, Chris. And
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just saying some of these guys that are in the race right now are like, what's going on? So they're like on YouTube and they're commenting too. So let's see here. Corey Crowell, couple Coke drivers, ARCA drivers. So kudos to everyone racing. Yes, agreed. Ian McGregor giving shout outs to Handshoe, number 23, Altoff, 417, Wright, number 14, and let's see here. What else? They want to know if can we talk to the drivers. Probably not tonight, but that'll be another thing we could maybe work on.
I haven't really discussed it with them. I'd just be a little scared to pull them down in and then be like, hey, what's up?
Right.
It's Rob and Chris in the booth. What do you got to say?
Yeah. So how's it going? Yeah. Nobody wants to talk to me. Okay,
Chrissy Two
Jessica. Yeah, they're like, who are you? Why? Get out of my car. Okay, so Jessica is shouting out Eric Warman again. Landon Godfrey, let's go flat out, boys. Like that. Jay Young is saying, good luck to the 27 who didn't get wrecked out. LOL.
LOL. Malik Ray.
Yes. That's Malik Ray, the 27?
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting a shout out from Andrew Salgado. Shout out to Virtual to Reality and Speed Zone TV.
It's probably
So
your
that's kinda
singing.
Nice. It was. The Pizza Queen is shouting out number 28, Reese Reimers. Let's go! And yes, we need a virtual grid walk. Okay, we're getting to the end of this thing here. Kaylee is shouting out 25. Go 25. I don't know who this is. TWL. So they're shouting out Corey Kroll. He saved me back in... What? Maybe we won't shout that one out. We'll skip that. And then we got Dalimar Bonilla let's go Matthew Salgado and Andrew Salgado for the badass sponsoring. Like it, like it. Uh, Chris Click. Can I place a bet that Chris Golden finishes outside the top 10? LOL. And that's a bet you could place on me if I was in this race.
Uh-huh.
And then Corey Kroll. He's LMAO. And that's all we got at the moment. So surprised we didn't get any additional chats here.
What time was the LMAO stand?
It doesn't say times here.
Oh, that's depressing.
I know. Especially as I was reading these, I was hoping I was going to get some that I could really address right on time. But
yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm getting one right now. What car is Joey McBreen driving? So you can answer that.
Joey McWho?
McBreen.
There is no McBreen in the field.
No. Mick. McBreen.
Oh, McBreen.
Yes.
Let's see if he's in here. I don't know if I see his name yet. Let me just put up this screen. We saw him in the broadcast earlier.
Okay, so we're getting some more comments here, some more chat while we're waiting. I'll read some
Joey
here.
McBreen isn't in this session just yet, unfortunately. Not sure why.
Okay.
So we saw him in the previous session.
Do you have all the drivers in here? 25 drivers?
It's 30 drivers.
Oh.
And it looks like we're missing a couple.
Okay. Well, Hunter Rayner, we will get back to you hopefully with that information. So yeah, we got Gang Member 9000. Shout out to my boy D Rothrock. He's coming for first. Like that. Confidence. And then we got, how many laps is this? It's, what is it? 55?
Yeah, 55.
There we go. So we got that, Chris, for you. And then we got Chris Golden Racing. Click is a friend. Okay. Oh, and here we go. Andrew Salgado. Definitely you're singing. LOL. I don't know if it was yours or mine. I hope it was mine. And then this is from TWL again. TWL, maybe you could spell out like where you're from. I don't know, but TWL. I'm Barney Hall's grandson. I was the voice of Indiana State women's soccer. Maybe you've heard of me. 90.7 FM, WTIM. I haven't, unfortunately, but it is nice to meet you, and I'm happy to give you a little shout out here on our broadcast. Corey Kroll, never heard of Indiana State. Maybe Corey from Canada?
I don't know.
How could you not hear of Indiana State?
McBreen has registered. He is in the 30 machine.
Okay, Hunter. I don't know if you're still with us. Hunter Rayner. Joey McBreen is in the 30.
He's
30 machine.
He's on the stream right now.
And if you go to your stream, if you go to the computadora,
he's in the chat, so he's on the stream.
Well, okay then.
Settle down, Chris.
Okay.
You're gonna upset
take your
our
eyes
viewers.
take your eyes off the live chat and go to the video.
Who else we got on the track?
Okay, so we still here. I'm getting so Corey Kroll, TWL races with Mars. No, I'm from Ohio. Okay. Laugh out loud. So, Corey, this is from Joshua Neal. Corey is a Buckeye, so it must be like a college. If you're from Indiana State, you hate the Ohio State Buckeyes, and vice versa. I don't know, but we'll go with that. Here we go. The Pizza Queen. So, who'd everybody vote for?
Oh no!
No, we
politics.
can't do that. That'll keep the chat alive. No.
No.
I mean, you can chime in on that. I'm not going to read them because that's not where we're going to go. But that is interesting fodder for the broadcast while we're waiting for this thing to kick off. So there we go. Harriet Tubman is online. Lit. Thank you, Harriet.
Lit.
And then we got TWL. What up, Tubbs? Cool. So this is working out. I mean, I'm glad I'm able to shout out some folks and do some of this here.
Yeah, we're just waiting for this thing to grid up. I'm not sure if we're waiting for the whole time slot or what. But I don't know, man. I don't know, brother.
Someone's shouting out Tom Cruise. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Who was Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder?
Tom
Was it
Cruise.
Cole Trickle?
Cole Trickle.
Was it Cole Trickle?
You can't drive a car, Cole. You can't control it. That was my Nicole Kidman impression.
That's good. It's
You're
good
gonna
stuff.
kill yourself, Cole.
We do have Make Racing Great Again. I like that.
Oh Lord.
And then we have, it's nice, Austin Smith shouting out, hoping for top 10 for all the Mars boys. Nice. Okay,
Who
well,
are,
best
the,
of
who
luck,
are
Mars
the
boys.
Mars boys? Do we know? Let's see. I bet you they're in
Austin.
Discord together.
Austin Smith, if you could give us a specific shout out, we'll do that in the chat here with the Mars boys.
My guess here is Puffenbarger, McKinney, Triplet, and Mullet. That's my guess. One sec here, Chris. I'm gonna take a little breather for a second. I'm gonna just let the cars run. All right,
All right,
guys.
we're back.
All right, we back, Chris. Chrissy Two Shoes.
So debrief. Well, otherwise I'm going to have to do some more shout outs here.
Debrief. We just got word from Race Control that the grid is getting reset. We saw the error that happened in the first heat race where two drivers were unfortunately black flagged and sent to the back of the field. They had to go back through the last chance qualifier. They're going to be given their actual grid positions from the Race Control. And on the parade lap, it's going to be extended by 1. And that's going to allow everything to get ordered out. So we're expecting to start green flag action for this big money show at Virtual to Reality TV in about 5 to 10 minutes. So, you know, if you're drinking a beer, go get at least 3 more because you don't want to miss these 55 laps and 3 beers. I don't know how that works out for a mathematician, but you should be drinking a beer every like 7 laps. So that's like 7.5 beers. Wait,
That math doesn't work out.
what do you mean? It's pretty close.
Okay.
Well, what's 7 divided by 55 is 7 and change, because 7 times 8 is 56, Chris.
Right, exactly.
So, you know,
So
maybe
just pick up 8.
you go round up, don't get the half.
Right, exactly. Round
Man,
up.
you're,
8.
you're tough on me sometimes, brother. I don't even...
Yeah. So they said, what, a couple more minutes? 5 minutes or so, roughly? 5-10 minutes?
Approximately, yeah.
I'm going to continue with my shout-outs then. So the Mars Boys. Did you want to know who the Mars Boys were?
Yeah, I thought it was Triplet, McKinney. Who
You're
else?
close. Yeah, so far, it's 4 of them.
Triplet,
Keep going.
McKinney, Puffenbarger, and Millette.
Yes, good job. So we got a big shout out from Austin Smith to those guys. And then, yeah, lots of shout outs here just to everybody. Ian McGregor, flat out boys are bringing it home. So, yes, so far, everyone's looking good. Andrew Salgado, Matthew Salgado is in, and then they got exclamation points. So, yes, rocking it. I like that. Freddie Toth, wishing Matt Bussey good luck. Let's go, Matt Bussey. And then, the Pizza Queen did address you and I, and it says here, depends on the track. Super speedways require more beers. Very true. Thank you, Pizza Queen.
We need a clarification on that for sure.
Yeah, we're too dumb.
Yeah,
GTW, shout out to iRacing. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get it,
I mean-
Iran.
I love iRacing. So yeah, we got some time to kill. So yeah, throw some more shout outs if you'd like. I'll try and address them for you guys.
Yeah, but I guess we did have some glitches with everything, and it's kind of created a little conundrum of what the heck's going on. So, you know, we've been under delay for over half an hour now.
Yeah. You know what though? Like, I think honestly, I mean, it's been unfortunate. I mean, we're both trying to pass this time as good as we can, but you got to do it right. You know what I mean? You got to set this thing up right. So, I mean, just take the time, set it up right, get everyone in their proper spot, and let's do it fair. Let's do it right, and let's watch these guys battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ooh, did
And
something happen?
Andrew Salgado is agreeing. Well, he's laughing. 8 beers, LOL.
I mean, it's just math.
You would have to drink 8 beers, then LOL.
Well, you got to remember, these guys are doing 30-second laps. So, you know, the 7 laps, that's 3.5 minutes per beer. If it goes green. Okay, we're gridding up.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. So I'll pull up a grid info here. Let's see what happens. You're seeing some of my other overlay information. So Bussa is got the pole in that 62 machine. Outside is Avilian 63, Malik Ray 27, 4th position Bradley in the 50, Smith 70 machine 5th, and the 6th place goes out to Miles in that 20 machine. DeWeese in 15 machine in 7th, Sora 95 in 8th, Millette 6 machine 9th, Triplet 74 machine 10th, Handshoe 23 machine 11th, Rothrock 24 machine in 12th, Warman 31 in 13th, McKinney 76 in 14th, clicking through 15th is Puffenbarger, 16th is Althoff in the 417. You know, Chris, just breaking aside from that, 3-digit car numbers are not my thing. They are hard to pronounce.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, by the way.
17th is Mies in the 97 car. 18th is Hamilton in the 55. Johns in the 51 machine. 19th. Anderson 25 car in the 20th. Flynn, good run by him. Unfortunate trouble in that 65 machine in 21st. Rygen 22 car, he's a Canadian. OMG, there's 2 Canadians in the field. Shout out to the Canadian boys, eh? And soon to be the 51st first state of Alberta that's going to amalgamate. He's in 22nd. Salgado 49 machine 23rd. Wright 14 machine 24th. Reimers 28 machine in 25th. Golden 86 car and 27th is Nick Larson, Kyle Larson's cousin, and 2 machine. McBreen, 30 machine, is 28th. And I think we got 2 more, or 1 more. 29th is Underwood. So what we're going to see is actually some shuffling right now. It's going to be a little hard to really solidify the grid right meow. Because, you know, as we announced, there was some issues with the heat races. So these guys are going to have to get gridded up. They're going to extend it a pace lap. And then once they do, we'll kind of be able to see who is where. But
So yeah, and thanks everyone for hanging out. We've tried to do our best to entertain you with that lengthy pause on the race. I do believe it's going to be a good one for you guys. So yeah, if you're on the East Coast, I know it's tough right now, but I think once we get going, this is going to be a good one.
yeah, they're just going to shuffle around here. It looks like the back end of the field is getting shuffled out. They're coming off bits and whatnot. I mean, this is going to be worth the wait as far as I'm concerned, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a good race, and like I said, I mean, it's taken some time to reset, but again, like you want to do it right. You want to set up the race with all the, you know, reset up the race with all the previous, you know, conditions. Get everyone set up, and you know, it should be a good race. Everyone's racing hard. There's a lot of money, so we don't want to mess it up.
Or do we? Just send all the money to my PayPal. It's fine.
Is there a timing tower
No, you don't get one.
that we can
No, you don't get
take a
one.
lookie? That we could take a lookie at here and see. There we go.
That's for you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, they're shuffling in here. The lights are still on Le Pascal.
Is it Pascal?
Le Pascal. I mean, typically how it works is that the winner of Heat 1 would start in the pole. The winner of Heat 2 would be outside pole. The winner of Heat 3 would be the third place car, and so on, right? Like it would just rinse and repeat after that. So second, one Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3, and then it would be placed Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3 for third place, and so on, right? And then the last chance qualifiers would then just slot in from, you know, the 15th spot backward, or sorry, 16th backwards.
So I want to address this just while we're sort of pacing around and organizing.
Okay.
I see that we're. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Are we?
Yeah.
Did you have something?
No, I mean, like, just go ahead. Like, we're here to listen to you, Chris.
Oh,
What do you want to
well, that's
say,
good.
buddy?
I have everyone's attention.
Yes.
We have 23 minutes counting down. Should we not be at laps?
Listen,
I'm
buddy. Lights are off on the pace car. We're gonna let the ticker do what the ticker do. You know.
Okay.
I can.
It's been a lot of surprises.
Let me just do this instant replay for a second. It looks like it's set up for a 30-minute dash.
Okay.
So you might be right. It's not going to be laps. I'm not really sure. I hope that's not the case. There might be upset people at the end of this, but we're showing 22 minutes. But if you think about it, 7 laps is 3.5 minutes. Times that by 8 beers.
Yeah, I'm still at the 8 beers thing. I don't know any math.
Yeah, well, you take that. That's 24 minutes. So the race has been shortened a little bit. It's looking like it's a time session, though. I don't know if you got communication from race control.
Let's see if I can reach out here really quick and just confirm that for the viewers.
Yeah, that's some crazy jazz. Pace cars in.
We don't want any crazy jazz. All right, let's get to it.
Green is out. It looks like it's refreshed now. The counter's going for a time 30-minute race.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
So I don't know if that's 30 minutes of green or what, but you got that 6 machine, one of those Mars boys, up in the hot seat with the 50 machine. Bradley on the outside, Ray on the inside going into turn 3. We're going to get the first lap complete. You know, what I'm excited to see here is, you know, little contact, Avilia in the wall. He's able to gather it up. They were 3 wide. Hopefully there's not too much damage on that 63 machine.
Avila seems off the pace a little bit.
Well, it's hard to get that momentum back up, but that contact wasn't too significant. So we'll put on in the bottom left-hand side of the screen just who the camera's on right there. But let's get back up to our leaders and see what they're doing. So Millet's still in the lead. Bradley second, Ray third, Smith fourth, Sora in fifth. That's our top 5. Deweese 6th, Bussa 7th, Golden 8th, and Althoff making a move on Golden, Handshoe in 10th. Makes it so weird in a timed race. Like, are we at a road course? Sora making the move here on Smith. These drivers aren't saving anything. Looking at lap times, Chris. They're just full sending it.
No, they're going for it. And I am able to confirm we are, it is a timed race. There are not laps, so it started at 30 minutes. So what you see in the corner is what we're doing.
So just a recap for everyone tonight, it's Speed Zone TV here, partnering with Virtual to Reality TV, putting on a big money show. I'm your host, Robert. Oh, contact! That's Deweese. They're able to gather it up, no caution. And there's going to be more contact in behind here. Oh!
Oh, no.
Got to get that time ticker down. All this, you know, we're going to talk, and Can't talk. We got carnage. So as I was saying, I'm your host, Robert Warrens, with my homeboy, Chrissy Two Shoes. Just a whole bunch of carnage there. Let's see what we got for our Speed Zone TV instant replay. That's some heavy damage on that 31 machine of Wobbin. Let's take a look here. I'm not really sure what happened because, you know, there was a bunch of cars bouncing around, Chris. Let's see here. The action was further up. So this is Brad Wright catching up into the action. Go up around here. So there's no carnage yet, but you can see that 62 machines Bussa Avilia is at the bottom here. They're re-entering the dogleg. That 24 machine tags Warman because they're 4 wide. Like, you know, your spotter's not calling that out. And let's see if we can get a little bit further back with Warman. Oh, and that's McBreen in the 30 car.
I think too, sometimes as a driver, once you just start to see like some carnage around you, it unsettles you, and you know, it's real easy to sort of just get involved in whatever's happening around you.
Yeah, I think a good thing for the mix of these drivers is that there was some slight contact for some of them, so you're going to see a bunch of drivers come down pit road like we're seeing now. They're going to want to get that damage fixed. This is going to be an aero track. Mix of cars coming through the pits, and you can see that the length of time that they're sitting here, Chris, is that there's a lot of damage. Like, this isn't a quick 10-second stop where I'm just, you know, bumping out the quarter panel.
No, I noticed that as well.
Got Salgado still in the pits. Rygen. Wright is still in the pits. McBreen. That's our sponsor car there of Hamilton. So it looks like some of these drivers, you know, you saw McBreen make heavy contact. He might have had to tow. We're going to go back up with our leaders here. 24 minutes to go. Lights are off on the pace car.
Doesn't look like anyone went a lap down.
Well, they're still in the pits. They would have just went a lap down now.
Okay.
Like, I'm showing DeWeese is coming back in the pits here. But there's still 4 or 5 cars that are sitting on pit road. So there's going to be significant damage to those cars where, you know, they're going to be out of contention. They're going to need a lucky dog or something to get them back out there.
Well, Bradley's our leader now, and Bradley's on the outside, so Bradley probably has a good chance to make a run at this.
Well, we've seen the inside car fire off and be able to clear. Clear that outside car, so, you know, I think where it's going to start to be interesting is if we get 10 green flag, 15 green flag laps in, is what it starts to look like for tire wear.
Ooh.
Good push from Ray on Millette. Oh, 3 wide. Althoff backs out of it. Triplet in behind, and Henshu starting to remember these guys because they've done some crazy stuff, but you're going to see some aggressive driving, Chris. There's only 22 minutes.
And you were right. Millette on the inside was able to just snag that lead.
Currently looking at the battle for 5th. Althoff giving Ray the bumper. Oh, Triplet saying hello. Oh, contact in behind.
Oh boy.
That's Buzza. No caution. He's missing his nose cone. Back up with our leader here. 21 minutes to go. Millette in the lead. Bradley second. Ray and Smith battling for 4th and 3rd. It looks like Ray is trying to save some tire here. You can see him letting off on entry, which is causing Smith to stack up. 3 wide. I don't think anyone's going out for ice cream after the race. Not together.
No.
Big battles here. A little bit of a gap for Millette. He's got 2/10 on Bradley, and then Ray is sitting 6/10 back from our leader and 4/10 back from our second place car. But you can see how he's rolling the entry, Chris. He's allowing Anderson to get a big run. He's pocketing tire. We didn't see this in the heat race, but you can see Ray is clearly pocketing tire. Because look at the big run that Anderson gets on the bottom here. I don't know if he wants to let him by. Let's take a look at Sora, Henshu, Althoff, McKinney, and the 51 machine of Johns.
We've seen the 95 Asura make some strong moves in some of those heat races.
Yeah, but it's going to be a different balance now, right? You got to balance, can I run 20 minutes on my tires and make moves? And he's running against teammates, right? So is
Yeah.
Henshu and Althoff going to be like, hey, yeah, we'll just go by. It's fine, you know? Just have a good run up there. 25 brushes the wall. Look at that's Avilia back in the fight. He got earlier damage there. Big run from him. Sora wants to get by. It's looking like Henshu is allowing a big run for Sora on the outside. Avila's going to clean him as well. That's a run on Althoff, going high on Anderson on the bumper of Triplet. That's an aggressive move right there.
Sora's going to have that advantage on the high side there.
Oh! Althoff closes the door on Avilia, and he's hard in the wall. That might have broke his steering. Heavy contact for Avilia. He's trying to get down to the bottom of the track here. Not bringing it. Yeah, he's not bringing it. Very respectable, considerate thing to do. Oh, he's not able to turn. Look at it. He towed, but he was not able to turn anymore. Just back that up for a second. We don't have to use our replay for that one. You can just see that left front tire here. Let's see if I can grab the left front suspension. You could see that. Look at that thing wobbling around, Chris. That thing ain't turning.
Yeah, that was nasty. He almost made it in the pits.
Yeah, it's just getting worse. Oh man, that's a bad luck. I think that's what they say. A bad luck.
And
no, we're not watching
pow.
that. We're done. We're done.
Pow.
That was right. So Avila is towed. Oh, I've got to click that live button one more time. 17 minutes to go. These guys have got 10 laps on their tires. It's weird for me. I'm just going to pop up the screen to get an indication of how many laps we've done. Drivers have done 18 laps. They're all coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, and that was going to be my question to you: is do these guys save track position? Do they come in for tires? What do you think?
The
I guess
degradation's
it's
too much. 18 laps. We saw it in the last chance qualifier, right? So the longer it went, the slower the cars got. But Althoff shut the door. The 417 car shut the door on the 63 machine, damaging his car significantly. That might be the end of the 63 machine's race. Gotta wait for this thing to update to see who's the ladder.
who is where.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look at some of these cars. Got one pace lap here. 417 of Althoff. 27 of Ray. Smith, we've seen him a bunch tonight. Bradley just behind him in that 50 machine. Millette in the 6 car. Triplet, dummy racing, 74. Anderson, he's had a good run. They're getting doubled up right here. Rothrock in the 24 Valvoline car. He's kind of like doing a Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin thing. Settle down. Henshu in the 23 machine. Johns in 51. We haven't really seen a lot of him. I don't know if we even saw him in the heat races. Golden in the 86. We did it, Papa.
We did it.
We did it, Papa. We made the show. DeWeese in the 5 machine. He's had a good run so far. Mees in the 24 car on the outside. Miles. Oh, I had it in the reverse. Mees is in 97. 24 is the Gordon throwback. Sora gets tires, goes to the back, so we're going to have to watch him. He's in 15th. Puffenbagger. 16th right now. We're entering turn 3, so we're going to have to get through some of these cars later on, but this is Kyle Larson's cousin, Nick. Go back up front here. Coming out of turn 4, getting ready to take the green with 14 minutes left on our timer. I want to see him duke it out. Ray gets a good fire over Smith with Bradley in behind. And Millette on the outside. Top 3 positions pay out tonight, Chris. Some people are going home with a handful of moolah.
Handful of dough.
Yeah. Keeping it respectful down the back stretch. Into turn 3 and 4. Okay. I don't know if Ray's the car that you want in the lead. Like, he is one of the most experienced drivers in the field.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's going to be tough, but we still have 13 minutes.
Now, he's going to be a tough one to pass because he's going to be able to block the lanes and stop runs.
We've seen some good hard racing, though, from the 70 and from the 6.
Oh, yeah. And Triplet in behind in P4. He's been in the battle significantly. Oh, 50 going around.
Oh,
Coming
no,
back
no,
up
no,
the track.
no, no.
Oh!
Nice. Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. I don't even know what to say.
Well, here we go again.
Here I go again on
Go again
my
on my own.
You weren't ready for that, were you?
Yeah, I was. What else can we do?
We're gonna take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay, see what happened
Let's look
here.
at that.
Your favorite cam, the far chest. So right now we're on the 50 machine. On the inside of him is the 23 of Henshu in behind, and the 76 is McKinney. So let's just see what happens. $50 not running up near the wall. Maybe Henshu was expecting a slight kind of different space. But Henshu's able to square away. There's really no damage here. He's trying to keep it corrected, but you know, when you're sliding up to the wall like this, you kind of want to let it slide.
He did all that he could.
Until
held his
right here.
brake.
Until right here. Ready?
Yeah.
Right here.
Boom.
Yeah, boom. That's another song reference for you. You probably don't know it.
It's a good one.
Do
I
you know
don't.
it? You don't?
No.
I think
No.
you did. So I don't know, like as far as like a, you know, dissecting that, if we just roll it back just a slight bit more. You know, I don't know, Chris. Are you calling this a racing incident? Are you giving it to 50? Are you giving it to 23?
All right, you ask, I'll answer. Let's see here.
This is
I mean, I don't know. So what if the 50 doesn't go to the wall? That's all right. 50 held their line.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like I get it.
Well,
I get what you're
gotta
saying. I
pick
get your point.
There's a fault here. You got to pick one. You can't just say I don't
Okay.
know.
Fine. I guess I would have to say maybe the 20. Is it 23?
Yeah, that would
23.
be.
You know, I mean, sometimes you got to look at a different camera, but I think the 50 held their line. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Actually, Chris, I was gonna fault the 23. It's his responsibility on the bottom side to be aware of where that outside car is, and if he's a half car off the wall, it's still his spot, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're under 10 minutes now.
And
I want to see
that's
some more green flag racing.
for those that are wondering, that's a 3 beer quota.
Yeah.
Or water bottles if you do not enjoy alcoholic beverages. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's like that little
Everything's
meme.
fine.
That burning.
Everything's under control.
Everything's fine. Everything could be
Yeah.
burning down. It's fine.
Well, these top at least 10 cars are all in strong contention for some good racing.
Yeah, and 8 minutes is a lot of racing, to be honest. But
Yeah.
it is going to fly by fast.
I mean, Ray probably has maybe the strongest pedigree maybe to finish, but we have seen some great racing out of the 70, out of the 6, out of the 76.
The thing is that, you know, what we've seen, and great start by Ray, what we've seen over the last decade is a change in the style of racing. And drivers have been known for that last lap bump and run. And with Moolah on the line, are you going to see some vicious action? How is race control going to handle that?
Yeah, that's a tough job, race control, for this race tonight. Like you said, when there's a lot of money on the line. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some last-minute shenanigans on the last lap or two.
And it's time, so it's kind of like a little wall rubbing. It's hard to judge when that last lap is, because if we get a caution at 2 minutes, a race
Correct. Yeah,
race
that
is
could be
done.
it.
3 wide. Sora getting a run on McKinney. McKinney brushes the wall. They're 3 wide going into 1. That's teammates.
Oh,
Triplet,
boy.
DeWeese.
76 looked like got loose, but was able to pull that off.
They're shuffling hard here. Look at that. You're in the show. We're racing 3 wide. We haven't seen that 51 machine, and he's holding his own up in the top 10. But, you know, right here is...
Someone went through the grass, I think.
Yeah. There's Bussa, the 62 machine, the green machine, making her... Oh, no!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh. I don't even know.
Well, this is going to be a shootout because we're at 6 minutes. And what is this caution period going to take? What, 3 minutes maybe?
Maybe 2.
2 minutes? So this is going to be a
I hope
shootout.
they shortened it up, you know? Take a look at our Speed Zone TV instant replay here with my homeboy Chrissy Two Shoes and me. Robert Warren's up in the booth. Let's just see what happened. There's 3 wide coming out of the corner, so that's the 24 machine of Miles, I believe. In the middle is Triplet, and the 51 on the bottom. So coming off the corner, Triplet gets a little loose. Back it up just a second there. What happened here, Chris? Like, look, watch that 74
Triplet.
car.
Yeah, 74 Triplet, 74. Okay, let's see. It looked like...
Right here, he yaws.
Yeah, the back end's just a little loose, maybe. Just trying to straighten it out, perhaps, and then just tags. Looks like the 24 a bit, and then just gets everyone.
Look at Bussa here in the 62 machine. Squeaks on by mild
man.
contact. 65 in him, mild contact. Good recovery from him because he had hard contact with the wall, so he's back in the money.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So unfortunate for those guys that just, you have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Good.
Well, yeah, it's a bummer. I keep saying it, but it's a bummer.
It is a bummer, man. We're winding down. We've gone through 3 heat races, 1 last chance qualifier, and we're in the final show. We had a little bit of a technical delay with the iRacing servers. We're handing out $1,000 to the top 3 finishers tonight. Ray has been untouchable since the pit stop shuffle with Smith and Millett in P2 and 3. Sora has muscled his way up into P4 after being dominant in that first heat.
Yeah, exciting for Sora. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of good stuff from that 95.
We're entering the 1 beer marker.
Mm-hmm.
This is your one beer alert. Hopefully these lights shut off on the pace car here and they go green. And it's basically going to be a 6-lap shootout should it stay green. Yep, lights are off on the pace car. I think the time puts a little bit more pressure on everything. Like, timing is for road courses, and I think from an oval mentality, what I would like to think that I have, I don't know if I could rationalize in the cockpit, okay, I'm doing 30-second laps. I'm either drinking so many beers or I'm doing so many laps, right? Like, outside of the car, I can think clearly. But inside of the car, I don't know, Chris. I don't know if I'd be able to focus.
No, I definitely could not. I just copy.
So
yeah, this is going to be it. This is the shootout.
This is the shootout, yeah, 100%. They're going to get 3-4 laps in, and it's official. So, you know, these guys that are sitting in the top 10 outside of the money, they want it to go green. They want to have a shot. You're not going to get a shot if there's a yellow.
Do they do green-white checkers with a timed race?
I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Doesn't sound very.
This is gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna their parts are gonna be broken tonight. I mean, that's Ray's gonna get a great start again, and Alette and Sora are gonna put pressure on Smith with DeWeese and McKinney in behind. But here you're gonna watch that outside. Oh, Sora tagging the wall.
Sora.
Oh.
Oh.
No, we don't.
Hang on to it, boys. Hang on to it. Sora just trying to put a little extra juice on that, I think.
Triplet is just driving through the field.
Oh, no. Okay, we're still... Oh.
We're not green.
This is it, guys. This may be it.
Well, the caution's out, so they're locking down the field. Millet is able to take P2. That might be the show. We're gonna stay here. You know, interesting carnage at the end here. Virtual to reality TV. Big money race, $1,000 on the line tonight. Technical issues has kind of upset the format. We were supposed to have 55 laps green flag racing, but with those technical issues, we moved to a 30-minute timed race. You know, we're well over our scheduled time for these drivers and for us up in the booth. But, you know, we're trying to get it in. Just, you know, imagine in your mind we had to go through a rain delay. But at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight, that might be it. That might be it, because we got 5 seconds to go. I don't know if we finish under. We're gonna find out, because are they gonna throw the checkered? I don't know, Chris. What are your feelings right now? How are you feeling?
I don't know. What am I feeling? I would have liked to see this. I don't like to see it finish like this, I should say. And that's where I'll stand. I would have liked to see it finish under green flag racing. I think that would have been more exciting. I think those heat races were awesome. I just got to say that. The heat races were awesome. The last qualifier that we ran, that was super cool. And I just don't know if we got everything that we thought we were going to get out of this, and especially to finish under yellow. But that's racing sometimes.
That is racing.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Unfortunately, it's just you know, we're doing our part here to just try and to broadcast and commentate that, and you know,
these are the cards we're dealt.
The best that we can. Yeah. So we'll see here. We're still.
Nah, it's just, there's the checkered.
There we go. Yeah.
The starter is waving the checkered flag. The race is going to be official. Our winner is going to be that 27 machine of Malik Ray. Everyone wants to finish in order here, because if you shuffle out, you're going to be getting a penalty. That's going to round out our field for tonight. So the green flag and the checkered happening at the same time. I don't know. We'll see, you know, maybe just a quick roll through of what our finishing order was there.
Well, we saw some good stuff. You know, maybe we didn't get sort of the finish we all hoped we would get, but we did see some good racing. And you know, I know that these will be done again. These money races will be rolled out again. So we'll look forward to those. And yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree here. So maybe, Chris, maybe you just want to roll us through our finishing order. I'll throw it up on the screen here. Let me know if you can see it okay.
Sure.
If it pops up. Did I click it?
I know our winner here we're looking at, I believe, was the number 27 of Malik Ray. And I don't know if he's going to do any burnouts here or donuts, but we are watching Malik Ray. He did win the race.
He's got to wait for the... I think they were waiting for the base car, but I can't even pull up the grid.
Millet. I don't know if Millet was second or third. I do apologize. We don't have that in front of us at the moment.
There you
There we
go.
go. Millet. Zach Millet in the number 6 Machine in second place. We saw tons of good racing from Millet. So that was cool. That was really exciting. And then finishing third is the number 70 of Aaron Smith, the second. So yeah, the number 70 was the yellow car with no sponsor. So we saw all three of those guys do some really, really good racing tonight. And yeah, it's a bummer to finish under caution, but again, that's how it goes sometimes. And yeah, maybe that'll be reviewed and revised for maybe some future racing. But all in all, I would say it was a good evening. I did like the racing. Like I said, I think we saw some good stuff in the heat races, so that was nice. I can finish up this order here. Those were our podium finishers. In fourth, we had the 15th of Braxton Deweese. Fifth place, the 76 of Caleb McKinney. Sixth place is the 24 of Daniel Rothrock. In seventh, we had the 65 guys, having a tough time reading this, of Colin Flynn. In eighth place, the 97 of Austin Meese. And in ninth place, the 50 of Jacob Bradley. In 10th place, the 25 of Mark Anderson. Those are your top 10. I'll read out the rest that I can see on the screen here. In 11th place, we have and I apologize, guys, can't read the number, the 29th maybe of
20,
Ethan
23.
Hanshu.
23.
23 of Ethan Hanshu. Apologize. And then we have in 12 places at the 417. 417, is that right? Of Matt Althoff. And then in 13th, we have the 7 of Brandon Puffenbarger. 14th place of 74 of Wesley Triplett. 15th place, number 2 of Nick Larson. 16th place, 30 of Joseph McBrain. 17th place, the 49 of Matthew Salgado. 18th place, the 86 of Chris Golden. 19th place, the 62 of Matt Busa. And in 20th place, we have the 20 of Stefan Miles. I know we had a couple more cars on the grid. Don't know if we can pull those up or not, but congratulations to those drivers.
We've actually
let's see, got a couple more here.
Before we roll through them, Chris, maybe we can bounce back to him. We got a couple drivers that are waiting for an interview. So
yes, let's do that.
Let's do some interviews here. So I'm going to just pull them in a second. Just need a second to back up my screen over here before we do that. Yeah, we were kind of riddled with unfortunate cautions at the end, which definitely kind of hurt what was going on to me, what would have been more of the quality of the show that we were hoping for. But, let's go ahead and pull in our second place finisher, Zach Millet. Don't call him his French name. I don't know if he's French, okay?
Okay, I won't.
Promise?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Zach, it's Rob and Chris up in the booth. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Zach, what's up, buddy?
We're just hanging out here. You had a great run. You put it together in the heats pretty good. Ran competitively in the race. Why don't you just share some of your perspective of what the heck was going on and what worked for you and what didn't?
Yeah, I tell you, clean air better than anything. I really hated to see the cautions come out. And once I knew everybody was kind of pitting, I didn't know what everybody was thinking, 4 or 2 or what. But 2 tires was definitely the call there. I got to give it to Malik. I mean, that was a perfect call. And it looked like the car was still on rails. So I don't know. It's hard to pass. Getting help is kind of everything. If you can get a bump down the straightaway and kind of dive it in, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I noticed that as the run progressed, like clean air was king, because if you had dirty air or you were trying to run the bottom side, the car started to push the front end until the X, and then kind of rotated out a little bit more. But 2-tire strat for Malik paid off. What would you have done anything different to get ahead of him on that last, that caution that put him out there?
Yeah, I definitely wish I could go back and take 2. Um, Definitely would have had to come down and take something. I mean, I would have been the only one staying out. So I think 2 was the call. Um, getting the leader restarts everything too. It's great. I think I just got lucky on that last restart, honestly, with Aaron. I don't know if he just maybe bounced it off the chip just one time or whatever, but it's so hard to shift these things. They shift at such a low RPM. I'm never ready for it. I always seem to miss it.
Yeah, that's fair. Shout out to Mars. Why don't you tell about us about the Mid Atlantic Racing Series? What's that all about?
Yeah, man, the Mars guys, it's a heck of a group to race with. They're racing a couple nights a week. They do Xfinity on Tuesdays and the Gen 4 Cup League on Thursdays. It's a really well put together league. They've got great leadership over there. It's a free league. I mean, it doesn't get much better than a free league with good competition and usually great trophy at the end. I mean, you got something to race for. It's fun every week. I definitely look forward to it, and I was really pumped that they asked me to represent them and come over here and put it together tonight. So it was really cool. And yeah, check them out if anybody's looking for a league, man. Mars Mid Atlantic Racing Series.
Yeah, and shout out to them. They were able to pick up the $100 league sponsorship for having the most drivers in the field tonight. So you're running with 3 other of your teammates that it didn't look like they had as much luck as you did as far as getting clean air. So definitely a little bit of good luck on your side and frustration and bad luck for them. They just didn't able to pull it off. I guess McKinney had a good finish, but Puffenbarger and Triplet, they finished 13th and 14th, but you 4 were a competitive bunch the whole
Yeah,
race.
I hate to see Brandon and Wesley get those finishes, man. They definitely had pace tonight. They definitely were up there, and yeah, there was one point there, man. We were all up there, and I was pretty pumped. I was like, man, we got the help. We got we know how everybody races each other, and yeah, this might turn into something pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure. So V2R is putting together a string of these events, and it's targeted to a mix of iRacing members. Are we gonna see you in one of these future events or any of the Mars Bars boys?
Yeah, I hope so. I think you'll see, hopefully, all of us again. I mean, we had some hiccups tonight, but that goes with everything. It's kind of to be expected. And the heat racing, a lot of that, just kind of with iRacing. There's always hiccups with heat racing. It seems like I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's just an iRacing glitch. But I think they did a good job getting everything back together and getting us back out and getting the feature. I was happy to see like they got the starting lineup really really damn close, if not perfect. So. Yeah, shout out to those guys. It's not easy putting together something like this, and shout out to you guys for the broadcast too.
Yeah, thanks for that. And I agree. It's like this is one of the first events that are being pulled off in this format, and shit happens. So
Yeah, exactly.
shit happens for sure. So is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to before we kick you out of the booth tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Malik for getting that win. Aaron for how he races. Those guys are super fast. It's just fun being up there racing with them. And again, shout out to Mars Mid Atlantic Racing Series for everything they do. Get me in this race. Again, you guys, Virtual to Reality TV. Shout out to Team Conti Sim Performance for everything they've done to me or for me. America Racing Team, EMR Paintball, Bowie Esports. I'm totally forgetting some. Redline Racing Network, which is the broadcast over on the Mars side, and yeah, SWM too. Yeah, I'm probably still forgetting somebody. But big thanks.
That's fine. You know what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get back up at the podium and get back up here in the booth with us just to make sure you cover them off next time.
Hell yeah, challenge accepted.
Congratulations on your P2 tonight, Zach, and you did a great job of representing yourself and the Mars boys and the league. Pleasure watching you race tonight, and thank you for taking the time to run with us and chat with us in the booth.
Absolutely, guys. Pleasure's all mine. Have a good night.
Take care, buddy. That was our P2 finisher, Chris. I don't see if we've got anyone else in the booth. So maybe we can just scoot over to something here, unless you got any ideas.
I don't. You pretty much covered everything with Zach, but yeah, I just wanted to just say, hey, he did a great job. As we saw him racing hard in those heat races, and yeah, like you said, it was a pleasure. So pleasure to watch that guy charge hard, get on a podium.
100%. I think it was kind of cool, like watching the mix of them, and the ones that were fast in the heat race were fast in the main race.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So, just rolling over here like that one more time. Watching Malik Ray burn it down. I don't have Aaron Smith or Malik in the waiting room. I can't see who's down in the pit stop or the hangout. So I think that's going to be a wrap for our show, Chris. Like, I think you touched on the quality of the heat races that we saw. And I was super excited for the format of the race, and unfortunately, with some technical glitches, we weren't able to have the full 55 lap format. We moved that time event, and there's unfortunate cautions there. I don't know if people would have got those 7-8 beers in. I hope they tried.
No.
But I definitely hope they
That's
tried.
the real heartbreak, unfortunately.
I don't know, Chris, you got any closing comments before we shut this this bad boy broadcast down?
You know what? It was a good time. It was some good racing, and yeah, just look forward to the next one. That's all I can say. The finish wasn't as exciting as we hoped for, but again, that's racing. That happens sometimes, and we just look ahead. That's all. We'll look forward to doing the next one, and hope to see some hard racing in the heat races, and then see a nice feature race.
Heck yeah. All right, so just some final closing comments. I'm your host tonight, Robert Warrens, alongside my co-host, Chris Schusler. As you know him now, Chrissy Two Shoes. We're Speed Zone TV. We partnered with Virtual to Reality TV for this event. Exciting format, like I said multiple times tonight. We've had some great sponsors, Apex Boss being one of them. They have great sim driving software, so if you're looking to get faster, get quicker, like Chris said, he needs help. If you need help, go check out their website. It's pretty dang cool. The other shout out that we'll give out to is Ink Monster. They're kind of a cool little shop that does custom tees. So Ink Monster by Drew there. I love the little fuzzy bear guy.
Yeah, I might get that too.
Kind of looks like he could hug you and rip you apart at the same time. Both of these sponsors came on board and supported the guys that didn't make the main show. So we had 30 drivers make the main show tonight. Apex Boss gave away a 1-year subscription valued at $248. Big money. Then Ink Monster gave away 5 sets of t-shirts, so 2 t-shirts each to 5 different drivers of their custom paint. So shout out to them for coming on board and supporting V2R, and then shout out to V2R for giving back to the community and donating $100 to the Mars Racing League for having the most represented drivers in the field. So great broadcast. Thanks to Virtual to Reality TV for having us here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Make sure you go ahead and like the broadcast that's on YouTube. Go follow them on Facebook. They're going to do great things for the iRacing community, and it's going to be something that you're going to want to be a part of. And Chris, say goodbye to our friends.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. We're going to be signing off. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Congrats to Malik Ray, our winner. P2 to Zach Millette, and P3 Aaron Smith, who are taking home a pot full of cash tonight. So slide in their DMs if you're looking for some sugar daddy money. We'll be peacing out now. Take care, everyone.
Good night.